water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the...
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
702-625-8777. Free consultation, 702-625-8777. You won't hit voicemail. You'll reach a team that's ready to help. Lasso Injury Law, built on purpose, driven by results. He fights for you. LassoInjuryLaw.com. He's our lawyer. He's fantastic. Go get him out.
Follow live sports betting action on VSiN Prime Time with Tim Murray and Matt Humans.
Tim, we talk about this all the time. That's where you're going to find your value in live betting, is when the favorite falls behind. Or, if the underdog allows a big run and you think you're still pretty confident the dog can get back in the game, the price of my favorite gets inflated. Well, in this case, the favorite falls behind.
VSiN Primetime, weeknights from 7 to 11 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM 158 and on the SiriusXM app.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
I'm going over the list of names right now who are going to be out for this week in the National Football League. Look how long this list is already from Adam Schefter.
That's a big boy.
What is that, like 40 names already?
Mm-hmm.
To update you, you mentioned this earlier with the Vikings. Darisaw, Van Ginkel, they're out. You said Harrison Smith is doubtful or questionable?
Questionable flu, illness, whatever.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Okay, so here's some of the other names that you're going to find. 3 Steelers starters on defense out. Joey Porter, Deshaun Elliott, Derek Harmon. Ed Oliver is out for the Bills. Yikes. Christian Gonzalez officially out for New England. You want to go to war now with the Dolphins players?
Yep. Something going on here. That injury happened early August. I mean, what's the deal with Gonzalez?
I know. Austin Jackson is out for the Rams on their offensive line. That is not great. I'll give you a prop to maybe look at as a result of that. Dallas Goedert's going to miss for the Eagles.
Yep.
No Will Shipley. I guess, thank God, they went out and got Tank Bigsby, huh?
Yep.
Actually, would you look at, well, they're probably not going to blow out the Chiefs, but that's going to be a guy that you're going to want to file away for like last touchdown of the game.
That's
or
too bad.
Anytime touchdown.
Yeah, Shipley almost got in there Thursday night. Okay, he was going to score. Kicking props. Pittsburgh, longest field goal. Always got to back Boswell, $1.10.
Now less.
You want a better price?
$1.05 at DraftKings.
Really?
It's an
Good
automatic
job.
play again. I don't care if it
Damn
loses.
right. I'm 60. Come on.
Yeah.
It's our new Aubrey. From both teams to make a 33-yard field goal, $1.30. These are up at DraftKings and Westgate. Cowboys, longest made field goal, $1.20.
Yep.
Okay.
Got to bet it. I know it was even money last week, but it lost.
We had from 53. We had 53 in the back pocket.
I got to bet it again. I have to.
Both teams to make a 33-yard field goal, $1.30 in that one. And you can read my article up on vsin.com. There's a unbelievable trend going right now with Fairbairn, but they play Monday night. How about first team to score a touchdown in the early games? Are you buying? Okay, we're sick of the stench. We're sick of all the negativity the last week. Bam! Right down the field. Lions 11-1, Dolphins 12-1. First touchdown early games.
Yeah, I could buy into that, right?
Okay. Your long shots, Cleveland and the Saints, 17-20-1 range. Tennessee, 18-1.
I think that might be that'd be a fun bet to have with Miami, right? Players only meeting.
Yeah, no Gonzalez.
Why are we not in the same? No Gonzalez, exactly right.
Tyreek Hill, all his issues, bam, right down the field, home run.
And how many times overall, this is why we call it like the biggest overreaction of the entire year in the NFL. How many times does something like really correct itself in week 2 when it was like a disaster from week 1? A lot of times. So I could see that. I mean, McDaniel's going to have to die. The writing's on the wall here. He has to know he's going to be gone.
Quarterback to throw 5 or more touchdowns plus 260. Most points, 40.5 for a team on Sunday. DraftKings has added, it's not up yet, it will be up. Most yards for a tight end. Bowers got that last week. And first quarterback to throw an interception in the early games. That's pretty good. In addition to touchdown pass. Burrow is the chalk for most passing. DraftKings then just does Sunday games only, plus 650. Dak 9-1, Flacco 10, Tua 11. Your long.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Youngstown Patricians High School. Week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. And both teams coming in at 3-0 today. As the Canfield Cardinals, they knock off Mooney last week. Poland gets the big win over Field. And tonight, we have the battle of 224 and the battle for the trophy that is contested twice a year. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you along with the coach, Bob Gessler, as we get ready for week 4 of the Ohio high school football season already. And a big matchup here, a rivalry here in the battle of 224, Poland and Canfield getting together here for the first battle for the trophy. And the second battle is done with the basketball season. It will be the second matchup between those two in which that will be contested. Coach, last week, Poland came out. They put 50 up on the board. We kind of watched that Canfield game on and off. And for Poland, this is going to be their probably first real test of the year.
Yeah, absolutely, Ed. But I think it's the same way with Canfield, too. I believe that this is going to be their first test. So this ought to be very, very interesting.
Talk about opponents for Poland. Their opponent's record so far this year, 3-6. For Canfield, 4-4. So, Coach, it is in the same neighborhood there, probably. But the game last week for Canfield, probably a really good precursor to taking on a Poland team here. Poland took on Field last week again, won 50-6. Didn't really get pushed a whole lot, but did get to experiment with some things and get some young guys some playing time.
And that's most important too. So they knew that they were able to go in there, do what they got to do in the first 2 quarters, and then they were able to weed their people in, which is good for the future. So believe me, I was down on the field before everything, and they are breathing fire. They want revenge.
Speaking of breathing fire here, a little bit warm today, right around the 80-degree mark. Now, not a cloud in the sky. A beautiful night here in Poland for week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. We're going to step aside for our first time out here in the pregame show. When we come back, talk about the Poland Bulldogs, all that and more coming up here on the pregame show. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side of this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at Pavlansky Field in Poland as we get ready for week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. Going very quickly here as we work our way through September. Take a look at last week here. The Poland Bulldogs, they get the 50-6 win over the Field Falcons. And for the skill players here, we talk about on offense, David Zippolitis, obviously the big piece there for the Poland Bulldogs in his second year as a sophomore. Now the starting quarterback. Through 2 games, coached 12 of 21 for 163 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air. However, 14 carries, 251 yards, 6 touchdowns on the ground. And the amazing part, he is averaging 17.9 yards per carry. Again, even in my math, that's a first down on every play.
Well, here's the other thing. He reminds me, a few years ago, we were doing Springfield Tiger games, and there was a young man who's shattering records right now at Youngstown State, Bo Brungard, and boy, does he remind me of Bo. He throws the ball good, runs hard, and he so reminds me of, he's like a mirror image of him.
And we can't emphasize enough, just a sophomore here, as he'll develop over the next 2 years. And I'm sure that we will see a couple of scouts here in the stands coming junior and senior year. Also through 3 games, Vito Camaro, 6 reception, 92 yards, and he has 2 touchdowns. He's been contributing hugely on the defense. And Chase Jones, 19 carries for 204 yards. He has 3 touchdowns on the ground. He is averaging 10.7 yards per carry. And for play calling, it is so much easier, Coach, when it is now 2nd and 3, 3rd and 1. And for Poland, it has been on the ground. Again, only 21 attempts in 3 games. You're only talking about 7 attempts per game. And they are eating that clock up here last week. It was even quicker. We got out, of course, the running clock at the end. But this has been a ball control offense.
Absolutely, they are. I mean, that's what they have to do. They got to control the ball. Again, we talked about it last time. The best way to be a good defensive team is have your offense on the field at all times, eat up a whole quarter, which they just about did, and that kept the ball out of their hands. So I think that's what they need to do here. I think it's going to be a great battle. We have been talking to a couple of coaches down there. They said they had this one circled since last year because they talk about they want the revenge.
Certainly. Pano Zipolitis also 12 carries for 77 yards, a bruiser with 2 touchdowns. And with all of that running, you got to acknowledge Grayson Schaefer, John Tanya, Cam Hackstead, Andrew Babiak, and Colt Arnold on that front offensive line. They have been able to push people around. However, I think tonight they are going to meet their mirrors where it's going to be a little bit tough. You may see a little bit more stalemates.
Well, and that's what they have to do. They got to remember you've got to progress just like the other team. So, going in today, it's, again, third, fourth game, you got to be ready to go. So you should be seasoned. You should know what you're doing, and you've got to be watching film constantly and just beat them up front. That's going to be the name of the game right now is up front.
For Poland, they're averaging 269 yards on the ground per game, only 58 yards through the air. Of course, that is some situations where they're throwing maybe where they need to, but at times maybe like last week at the end of the game, they kept it to the ground. Really not a whole lot of need to do that. But total yards per game, they're averaging 327 yards overall in offense. Again, we talked about the passing game, only 7 pass attempts per game. And for David Zipolitis, he has a 121.6 quarterback rating. But oddly enough, not a whole lot of rushes last week. Didn't have to. Played conservatively in terms of the quarterback position. But opened up everybody else to kind of get their time in. And again, we talked about those secondary players getting in the third, fourth quarter.
So important. The young guys got to get in there. And, they're, as I used to say, dropping at the mouth to get in there. They had their chance. And I'll tell you what, they did a nice job when they had the opportunity to get in there. So
we'll flip sides to the defensive side here. And got to talk about I feel like we're just repeating things here. Pano Zipolita coming in here, he has been outstanding. 35 tackles through 3 games. He's averaging 11 tackles per game. But the number that stuck out to me was the tackles for loss. That is 6. That is going from 3rd and 2 or 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. Now you're back in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. That is huge for this Poland defense.
Absolutely, and that is what they got to do tonight. They have got to try to keep them in a hole. And I expect Canfield to be able to throw and run the ball a little bit, feel it out. But I got to believe that, again, they watch film and they're ready.
Pano Zipolito's also registering 3 sacks. So in addition to the tackles for loss, you're talking about 9 plays that could come at critical times. And Vito Kamara doing the punting here, coach, this year. But here's a great stat if you're a punter. In 3 games, they've only punted 4 times.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Again, that's what we talk about. Your offense is a good defense.
And for Vito Kamara, talking about he's contributed hugely on special teams as well. And he's averaging 19.8 yards in returns. And, of course, they've returned 1 kickoff for a touchdown. It was Nick Natoli in week 1. Chase Jones and J.J. Fonda also contributing as well. In the kicking department, PATs and field goals. Salvi Karamusa, 12 of 13 as a freshman. He has been very dependable, and we've seen so many games lately come down to 1 point this, a field goal, i.e. the Cleveland Browns. But it's come down to that extra point of that field goal, and that is nice to have.
I was just going to say, in all levels, it seems to come down to this. So they depend on these kickers. So, and let's just say last week was not a good time for Coach Bob.
Not at all.
No.
With all that in mind, our own Mark Means had an opportunity to speak with Coach Tom Pavlansky, and this is what he had to say about tonight's matchup with the arch rival Canfield Cardinals.
We're back inside the coach's corner with Coach Pavlansky of the Poland Bulldogs. And, Coach, 3 games, 3 wins. Take us back to your thoughts with your 50-6 win over Field last week.
Yeah, really proud of the kids. I thought we played a complete ball game. We were off the bat, getting a 3-and-out, getting a big punt return, and offensively being very efficient and getting the ball in the end zone. Basically, really proud of the kids all in all. Defensively played really well, and, just got to keep on getting better. So, with that, we got a big challenge ahead of us here. I know the kids have been looking forward to. Hey, we just got to make sure we keep on getting better.
How have some of your young players taken advantage of the playing time they've been given the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, they've gotten better every day we've been together. Practice-wise especially, and and when they've had opportunities on Friday night there, they've shown some growth. Really proud of them. They keep on working. But most of all, they're providing a really good look for our kids. For our varsity during the week to help our varsity be as prepared hard as possible.
When we've talked the last couple of weeks, you've brought up tackling. Do you still feel like that is something that's continued to improve for your defense?
Yeah, that has to be an emphasis every week, especially as the competition here gets a little more stiff. Canfield has some great skill that, we got to find a way to get them on the ground. And, so we got to continue to work at our tackling and getting better at it.
So let's think back to Friday night after the game was over. Coach, when did your mind turn to Canfield and getting prepared for this week's game?
We're going to enjoy all our wins, and we didn't start focusing on Canfield until, Saturday morning after our film session, so I would probably say Saturday morning around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. That's when we, turn full attention to Canfield and go from there. But, football season is so short, we only have so many limited opportunities to get a win, and we want to make sure we celebrate those wins and enjoy those wins together. And, but then we got to turn the page and get ready to go for our next opponent.
You mentioned Canfield coming up tonight. Of course, that is a rivalry game, but a very good football team that'll be lining up across the field from you. What are some keys to try and get another victory, especially against Canfield tonight?
Yeah, they are. They're tremendously well coached. They got threat really on both sides of the ball. Landon Shina is probably the best pound-for-pound football player that we've seen so far, if not for the whole year. He does a heck of a job at all the things they ask him to do, whether it's long snapping, whether it's playing defensive end, whether it's at tight end, whether it's at an H-back type. But he does everything really, really well at a high level. And then their quarterback Enzo Coca is a tremendous athlete. He's a leader. You can tell he's a winner. He's a quarterback, obviously on the offside of the ball. The ball's in his hands during the big plays. But also defensively, he doesn't miss it down either in the secondary. He's always in place, in position, and he don't miss tackles. And so, we got our work cut out for us. We know this is a tremendous challenge, but it's also one that, our guys, it's a rivalry, so our guys are excited to play, and we've had a good week of preparation, and, now it's this time, hopefully we can do enough things right to go game in the fourth quarter to see what happens.
Coach, always a big game, always a rivalry. As you now head into week 4, do you have any injuries of concern for tonight's matchup?
Well, yeah, we always have, football is a physical game, and, and sometimes we get some injuries. Unfortunately, we lost a starter last week that, we got to find a way to replace, and, injuries are part of the game, and, and it's another test for us about how we handle adversity, and so we'll see what happens.
Coach, as always, your time is appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and have more of the pregame show up next.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Our game continues here at Poland as we play the Poland alma mater. And we take a look at the Canfield Cardinals. They come in at 3-0. It's easy for me to say as under second-year head coach Joe Ignazio. Again, they got the 24-14 win over Cardinal Mooney last week. And they were led on the field by Enzo Coca, Joey Panunzio. And, of course, we talked about the opponent's record, 4-4 for Canfield. Poland's opponents are 3-6. Both the first tests, really, of the season for both of these teams. Right now, about as healthy as I would expect them to be, should be a great matchup.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, like I said, we've been waiting for this one. This ought to be a good one, and we were hoping they were both going to come in with winning records, and they have.
Okay, we're going to step aside for our national anthem. We're in our last break for the pregame. We come back on the kickoff here from Pavlansky Field in Poland. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX, AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Just moments away from kickoff here at Pavlansky Field in Poland, the Battle of 224. Poland and Canfield getting ready to go at it as the Bulldogs make their way to the field, accompanied by Six Flags, the Stars and Stripes coach, as we I don't want to say celebrate, as we remember the 24th anniversary of 9/11, and certainly these young men showing the respect for that.
And that's what I like to see. Remember, my son-in-law served, and I always remember that because, you know what, it's our freedom. It's all the guys from way back until present that serve for us and keep our freedom.
Still waiting for the national anthem here. While we're doing that, let's take a look at the starters here. We'll start with Canfield. Offensively, up front, it's going to be tackle to tackle. Owen Lalakis, Zach Tucker, Daniel Seaman, DJ Erickson, and Will Murphy. The wide receivers will be Bryce Roberts, Matt Campbell, and Donnie Furco. The tight end will be 6'3", 225-pound senior Landon Sheena. Running back will be number 13, Joey Panunzio, and the quarterback will be number 16, the senior, 5'9", 160-pound Enzo Coca.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Just moments away from kickoff here. We'll take a look at the defensive starters for the Canfield Cardinals. Up front, it's going to be Landon Sheena, Tristan Miller, and Will Murphy. The linebackers, Adam Christie, Gabe Miller, Luke Hash, and Pat Groner. And in the secondary, Bryce Roberts, Enzo Coca, Joey Panunzio, and Ashton Albrecht. Adam Christie will do the punting. Luke Goodrich will be the place kicker. And the head coach is Joe Ignacio. The athletic director is Bob Beam, an old friend of ours from over in the Springfield area. As we get ready, and Coach, there was a coin toss. And what were the results of that coin toss?
Yes, Canfield won the toss, and they deferred the second half, so they're kicking away from the scoreboard. So on your radio, they're kicking from right to left.
Starting lineup for this Poland offense. Up front will be Colt Arnold, Andrew Babiak, Cam Hackstead, John Tanya, and Grayson Schaefer. The receivers will be J.J. Fond and Vito Camaro. The running back will be Chase Jones. You also see Pano Zipolitis and Gavin Seifert. And, of course, they will be led on the field by the sophomore quarterback, number 1, David Zipolita. As we are underway here, this one will be kicked into the end zone, picked up by Camaro, but it'll be a touchback. And Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 with 12 minutes up on the board here, the Battle of 224. And, Coach, Canfield got the win last year, 17-10. And as you said earlier, everybody's circling this one on their calendar.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I've always said this, that if you have a kicker in high school that can put it deep in the end zone, wow, what a weapon. So, and he's a great kicker. I've watched some film on him, and unbelievable. So Poland's got the ball on the 20-yard line. Let's see if we can get it done.
1st and 10 for Poland, moving left to right. They're all blue home uniforms, white numerals, blue helmets with the P on them. And Canfield going to flip their defense to the strong side. 2 receivers to the right of David Zipolita, 2 to his left, 1 single running back. They'll send Kamara in motion from right to left. Zipolita looking for room to run, calls his own number. He's going to get upfield past the 20, 25, and rode out of bounds near the 28-yard line. And it'll be a 2nd and just about 2 now for the Bulldogs.
Well, they had him in the backfield, but unfortunately the line was able to get caught up with the defense, and he was able to find that crease around the outside. Great blocking. Plus out by the receivers, and he got a good yardage there.
I'll let you know, the Coach's Corner interview was brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras. Cobras are in pursuit of a PAFL championship. If you're looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. They'll go double wing to the right, single receiver to each side. Now Zipolita in the shotgun, 1 running back to his right. He'll hand it off to the right side, trying to find room to run. That'll be Chase Jones looking for the corner. He'll be hemmed up back at the 26-yard line. May have lost a couple of yards on that. It'll bring up 3rd down now for Poland.
I'll tell you what, they were able to stretch it out. They gave him about a yard on that, Jim, so it'll be 3rd. And, well,
I was going to say unbelievably there, but they're going to reset that. Ball will be marked at the 27-yard line, so a loss of 1. It's going to be 3rd and 4 now with 10:50 left here, first quarter, for you just joining us here on Western Reserve Radio or WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. Of course, you can always listen to us at Western Reserve Digital Radio on Facebook. Also on our YouTube page at the iMedia One Network. 3rd and 4 now for Poland. Ball at the 26-yard line. Twin receivers to each side as Chase Jones will move to the right side of Zipolita in the shotgun. Canfield in a 4-4 defense. Back to pass as Zipolita fires over the middle, and it's going to be caught by Kamara at the 38-yard line. He reached up in double coverage, Coach, and muscled that one down.
Wow, did he? I'll tell you what a great job. He went up and grabbed that ball, split that up. But I want to tell you something. What a great throw. Holy mackerel. David zipped that thing in there in between. So great catch, great throw. Split the defenders.
So 1st and 10 from the Poland 38-yard line. 9:55 left here, first quarter. Twin receivers to the far side. That's going to be Delomo and Kamara. Seifert will be the tight end. He'll move from the right side to the left side. I formation. Hand off to the tailback. Chase Jones off the left side. He'll bowl his way down to the 42-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for Poland.
They're taking care of business up front right now, so Poland's moving some people out of there, but, they're squaring up, getting their butts in the hole, and giving these guys the seam. So outstanding job by the Poland line, dominating the defensive line right now for Canfield.
Back to the I formation, single receiver to each side. Ono Zippolito, the fullback. Chase Jones, the tailback. Movement up front, and we're going to get our first flag of the night. I think they're going to have Tristan Miller with an encroachment. That'll add 5, and that should be just enough. Actually.
I think there'll be a yard short, Okay.
All right, so it's going to be awfully close, but let's just say it's going to be a full yard. So 2nd and 1. Again, you talk about the play calling here, Coach. A lot easier in 2nd and 1 than it is in 1st and 15, although I know that is your favorite situation.
Yeah, I'll take that all day because, man, you could get some stuff done here. But my opinion, just keep grinding it out. They might be expecting some pass, but grind it out. Do what you got to do.
Fonda, Kamara, and Natolio to the right side. Natolio go in motion. Zippolito rolling out to the near side, trying to find J.J. Fonda on the pass. It's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 now. And it looked like Zippolito just couldn't get his feet set.
Well, what happened was, Jim, he kept running to the sidelines. When he got the edge, he should have went towards the line of scrimmage, attacked the line, and then dumped it. Because when you're rolling to that right, it happens every time. You seem to throw it wide of the receiver.
Big front defensive line for Canfield, including Tristan Miller and Will Murphy. As it'll be 3rd and 1 at the 47-yard line. I formation. Zippolito under center. He'll give it to the tailback. Chase Jones. Jones bouncing it to the outside. He'll make it past midfield. It'll be knocked out of bounds near the 37-yard line. Bryce Roberts on the tackle for Canfield. And Poland makes it into Cardinal territory.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they did a good job. What they did was they wanted it to hit it off tackle, but what happened was they were able to turn it in, and he had no outside, so he bounced to the outside. He had clear sailing, and then it looked like the safety came up and finally got him.
1st and 10 for Poland. Be at the Canfield 38-yard line. 8:24 left here, first quarter. Go to the shotgun. One running back to each side of Zippolito, single receiver to each side. Kamara will be the receiver to our near side. Read option. Zippolito trying to take it upfield. He'll break 1 tackle, but he will not get through the 2nd tackle. Joey Panunzio coming through, and it might be a couple-yard loss. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 40, so yeah, it'll be a 2-yard loss there. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they did a good job up front for Canfield. They sustained the blocks, just went down the line of scrimmage, got their hands up, got rid of the blockers, and were able to attack for a loss.
Actually, they're going to put it back in between the 40 and 41, so we'll call it 2nd and 13. Clock running here with 7:36 left. Zippolito now in the shotgun. He'll have twin receivers to his right, single receiver to his left. His brother Pano Zippolito will be on his left hip. Move a wing to the left side now. Zippolito taking his time. Play clock's in the end zone, so there's no problem with that as they run out of time. And the signal caller for Poland will take a timeout. 7:19 left here, first quarter. Poland takes a timeout. We'll step aside for a break. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure. We
now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Poland takes a timeout now, 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs. Ball at the Canfield 41-yard line. after a couple yard loss on a Zippolita run. Zippolita now in the shotgun. One running back to his left. They'll send Kamara in motion from right to left. They'll give it to him on the jet motion. He'll spin and turn back down near the original line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line. And we're going to have a flag late after the whistle. So it appears it's going to be a dead ball foul. We'll see who this one's going to be against.
I'll tell you what, Joey Panunzio did a great job on that. He scraped down there and was able to pick him up. So what do we got?
He's played very fast so far for the Cardinals.
Done a great job.
So a flag after the whistle as we wait.
Oh.
All right, so a late hit coming up against Canfield. That will give Poland a first down. 7:12 left here. First quarter.
Well, you know as well as I, Jimmy, when that whistle blows, you can't go over top and hit somebody, and that's looks like that possibly would happen. Can't you do that? It's 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 at the Canfield 24-yard line. Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones in the backfield with him. Back to pass. 3-step drop. Fires out to his left side. Chase Jones, though, going to be wrapped up on the reception. He'll lose some yards on the play. And Pat Groner on the tackle, well read by the Canfield Cardinals.
Yeah, that was a great job. Absolutely. Flying to the ball, Jim. They're doing a great job holding them. Again, now we're working off the sticks. He had a good first down. You lose 4 yards on that. Put themselves in a hole.
2nd and 12 now. Ball at the Canfield 28-yard line. Anthony DeLomo will be the receiver to the far side. There'll be a twins formation there. Vito Kamara is going to be one-on-one to the near side. They'll send a man in motion left or right. They'll give it to Pano Zippolita. He'll drop his shoulder and get to the 25-yard line. Just about a yard short of the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down now for Poland.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They're coming after him. Doing a great job defensively for Canfield. Poland's got to find that way to get through these holes.
.5:45 left here, first quarter. 3rd and 10 for Poland. They were the beneficiary of a 15-yard late hit penalty. That pushed them downfield here. And now it'll be Poland with 3 receivers to the near side. That'll be Fonda, Kamara, and Natoli. Chase Jones in the shotgun to the left of David Zippolita. Zippolita back to pass, 3-step drop. Bouncing to the near side, trying to direct traffic. Fires over the middle, and it's going to be dropped near the 10-yard line. Tried to throw it across his body to J.J. Fonda. Fonda couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he hit him right in the hands, but the defensive Canfield would sandwich them in, and it popped. So what are we going to do here? That'd be a long field goal.
Let's see, the ball right now would be at the 26-yard line. They'll make it to 27. That would make it a 44-yard field goal on 4th down. And I think Coach Pavlansky, not sure. Okay, so DeLomo is going to come in. Gavin Seifert will check out. So it looks like Poland will go for this on 4th and 11. 5:15 left here. First big call of the night in this one. As DeLomo would be the receiver to the far side. Trip receivers on a tight formation to the right of Zippolita. Back to pass. Looking to his right. Chase Jones to his pass downfield. Caught by Kamara at the 10. 5. And he's going to fight his way to the pylon. Is it a touchdown? No, just short at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, Jim. They're lucky because it looked like somebody got tugged on that. Should have been a holding call.
And I heard a reaction from the crowd, actually, that kind of indicated that. I looked for one, but no flag there.
Yeah, Will Murphy got tugged on real bad. So, again, not a good call by the official. A no call.
So 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. T formation. Zippolita under center. They'll give it to Pano. Zippolita's going to drive his legs into the end zone. Poland touchdown. Bulldogs take a 6-0 lead with 4:42 left here in the first quarter. And a couple of penalties there, Coach. Poland takes the opening drive, 80 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you what, that one. Hey, Poland's got to get their stuff together, though. They got to do what they got to do. So,
1-yard run. by Pano Zipolita. Salvi Karamusa in for the extra point. Kamara to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 4:42 left here, first quarter. Poland takes a 7-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Poland scores on a 1-yard touchdown run, gives the Bulldogs a 7-0 lead. 4:42 left here in this first quarter. And Poland, more or less imposing their will on that drive, Coach. Kept it on the ground. Threw the ball a couple more times than we've seen in these opening drives, but nonetheless, Poland gets that first score.
Yeah, they have got to do a better job in protection, and the receivers got to get open a little bit quicker because the defensive line is getting to them, and it's making them happy feet.
Angelo Angelilli to kick off here. Normally this would be Aiden Baranches. This one on the ground. It's going to be an onside kick. Is it covered up by Poland? And there's going to be a flag on the play from the far side, and it's going to be offsides on the kicking team, Coach. And now you see why Angelilli was in there, and it looked like that Pete Zumas came up with that. However, kickoff team offside. We'll do this one again, and if you're Coach Pavlansky, do you just kick this one deep now?
Well, we'll see what I would imagine he would, unless he could drop it on the numbers around the 40.
3 returners back for Canfield, including Matt Campbell. 4:42 left here, first quarter. Angelo Angelilli will kick this one off for the Bulldogs. Of course, all kickoffs and field goals brought to you by the Village Tavern. This one on the ground, and it's going to bounce past Panunzio and be covered up at the 44-yard line. And I'm not sure if that was intentional. Again, first time that Angelilli has kicked off this year. Usually Aiden Baranches does that. But Canfield will start off with pretty good field position at their own, just about the own 44-yard line.
Yes, but we also saw them do that. They've done that before against East. And I just, you know what? You're giving them the field position, and I don't like it. It's just the way I am. Kick it. Get your coverage team to get there.
Or Canfield actually going to mark it at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, 4:41 left here. Enzo Coca and Joey Panunzio in the backfield. Twin receivers, 2 are near side. Will be Campbell on the outside. Coca waiting for the snap. He'll take it himself up the middle. He'll pick up a couple yards on the play, drive his legs, and try to stretch out near midfield. They'll give him the 49-yard line. Pick up a 4. It's 2nd and 6 now for Canfield.
Yeah, good job. And then he got a push. He got that dive in there, and then he had a little bit of tush push. They were able to get him even more yards. So,
Coach, looking out amongst the fans here, not a whole lot of seats available.
No, I'll tell you what, we got a packed house on both sides. Great football game.
Twin receivers to the near side. They'll go wing to the left. Coca in the shotgun. Panunzio to his right. The tight end to the right as well. High snap brought down. And it'll be Coca again holding on to it. He'll work his way in the Bulldog territory down to the 43-yard line as the official will do the right foot, left foot.
Yep.
And it'll be first down now for Canfield.
He's very patient with the handoff. He waits and rides to see what the defense does. They bet on it. He pulled it and went right up the middle.
3:49 left here. First quarter. Poland with a 7-0 lead. Canfield got the ball at their own 45-yard line. Have to look into the kickoff situation there again. interesting development there is Koka now in the shotgun. A fullback in the backfield, send a man in motion from right to left. Give it to Panunzio off the right side. Joey Panunzio past the 40, and he'll get inside the 40 down near the 37-yard line. Pickup of 6. And it's going to be 2nd and 4 now for Canfield.
Canfield's running inside. They're getting yardage. 4, 5, 6 yards a carry. They got to tighten that up a little bit up front for Poland.
3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Sun just going down behind the trees over here, turning out to be a fantastic night in the Valley. Twin receivers to the near side. They go tight end to the right. Okay, with Panunzio to his left, a wing to the right as well. We'll send him in motion from right to left. Panunzio with the handoff, and he'll work his way past the 35, and he'll drive down near the 32-yard line. Pickup of 5. That's going to be enough for another Cardinal first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Poland's got to wrap up and knock them backwards. They're pushing them forward. They're giving them that extra 2-3 yards. Not a good thing. They've got to knock them backwards.
Over on Western Reserve Radio 2, of course, it is the Western Reserve Blue Devils and the McDonald Blue Devils. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Matt Graven over there with that game. As Koka now in the shotgun. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. They'll give it to him on the jet motion. Trying to get around the end. Vito Camargo going to come up here and make the tackle. Donnie Furco, the sophomore, on the run. And Vito Camargo on the textbook tackle.
Yeah, and Pano Zippolita came in there and kind of finished it off a little bit there, Jim. He tried to get flip forward, and Pano was right there.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 now for Canfield. Under 2 minutes to play here, first quarter. Koka in the shotgun. Panunzio to his left, wing to the left. Wing will go in motion from left to right. Also, twin receivers out to the far side. We'll keep that one-on-one matchup out there. And in China now at the wing. 225-pound tight end listed at is Koka. Fires over the middle. That's going to be complete. And brought down at the 20-yard line. Trying to get a number on the reception for you, but I believe that's going to be Matt Campbell. And it'll now be 1st and 10 for Canfield at the Poland 20-yard line. Koka in an empty backfield now. He'll take it himself up the middle, a little bit of room to run. He'll get down near the 15, drive his legs, and work his way down near the 13-yard line. 2nd and short now for Canfield as they drive down on their first possession of the game with just under a minute to play here first quarter.
Yeah, they're driving right down their throats now. Canfield's doing a great job opening holes, and quarterback is just being very patient on his handoff, so they have got to tighten up. Them linebackers got to come up and fill and plug them holes.
Koka still in the shotgun. Panunzio to his right, twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Campbell and Furco. Poland adjusting up front. Furco in motion from left to right. Hand up off the left side. The Panunzio initially got hit at the line and took a big hit. Ball's loose on the ground. I see beanbags coming out. We'll see where it goes. No call from the officials. Poland says they have it. J.J. Fonda comes out of the pile with it. Bulldogs get the first turnover of the game. The Canfield drive stalls out.
Somebody came, I didn't get a number. I was trying to find it, Jim. Boy, somebody came over at the top and absolutely lit him up. And that ball come flying out here. Poland jumped on it. Good job, bend but don't break, Coach Noble. Bend but don't break.
20 seconds left here, first quarter. Poland stops the Canfield drive. As Panunzio, again, got stood up there. Took a shot right to the chest there. Ball came loose. I don't think any one of us would have been holding on to that.
Oh, man, he got drilled.
So 1st and 10 from the right hash mark for Poland. We'll go I formation. Angelilli will be the fullback. Natoli will be the tailback. Zippolita under center, twin receivers to his left. They'll hand it off to Natoli. Natoli running a little bit high there. May have picked up about a half a yard on the play. He'll be brought down. And an outstanding play by Gabe Miller.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he came flying in there. God bless him, boy. Woo! He came in and unloaded. He just read the play and he attacked it.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter here in Poland after one. Poland takes the 7-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Fresh 12 minutes up there as we enter the second quarter here. 2nd and 9 for Poland. Ball at the Bulldog 15-yard line. One running back to each side of Zippolite in the shotgun. Back to pass, rolling out. Fires down the middle of the field, looking for Vito Kamara, and he's going to overthrow him. Coverage provided by Ashton Albrecht, and maybe a little bit more touch on that. Kamara has a shot at that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he had him beat, not by much, but he might have been able to gather that up. So now you got 3rd and long, and got to come up with something because field position is got to have the field position in this game.
I want to congratulate the Poland Bulldogs men's golf team winning the NE8 conference title this week as well. More hardware coming the way of the Poland Bulldogs. So 3rd and 9 now. Ball at the 15-yard line. 11:54 left here, second quarter. Bulldogs 7, Cardinals nothing. Zippolite in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking out to his left. Stepping up in the pocket. Trying to find some room to run. Has some green in front of him. He gets to the outside, and he'll be brought down near the 30-yard line, and a ton of flags coming in. Ball will come loose, but they're going to say he was down at the 30-yard line. However, what are the flags? They came in from the side, the front, and the back. So there's some agreement that there was an infraction there.
I got to think maybe a hold. I don't know.
Could have been a face mask as well, as our officials will meet at midfield. They'll talk this one over. 11:40 left here. If it stands, they will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 30. And judging by the reaction from the Canfield side, it sounds like. All right, so that's going to be a block in the back against Poland. That'll push him back 10 yards. Yes. We'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update here in the second quarter as we go along. Of course, over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Donald and Western Reserve. McDonald with a 14-0 lead over Western Reserve at the end of one. Mineral Ridge has a 7-0 lead over Jackson Milton. Brian Shaner makes his return to Mineral Ridge.
Here we go.
So Poland is going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here this time for this one as we start to bring in some of the scores from around the area. The Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Discount Power Sports is your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard. Or call 330-717-4441. Or call Dave Ferris or Mark Means for directions, and they will take you to lunch.
Yeah, make Means pay for it.
Absolutely. But scores from around the valley so far. Champion takes a 3-0 lead over Brookfield. Salem 14, Canton Central Catholic 7. Girard takes a 7-0 lead over Struthers. Garfield leads LaBrae 7-6. Valley Christian leads Letonia 7-0. Hubbard with a 7-0 lead over Niles. Hubbard will be the opponent for Poland next week. Wellsville leads Southern 7-0. 3rd and 8 now for Poland. Ball at the 17-yard line. 11:24 left here. Second quarter. Bulldogs with a 7-0 lead. They score on their opening drive of 80 yards. As Zippolite now in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. They'll send Kamara in motion from right to left. Back to pass. Fires out to the flat. Tried to hit Fonda, but it's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down now, and it will be the punt team that will come on for Poland. Vito Kamara will kick this one away.
You got to get some depth on this ball. Again, we talk about field position.
Canfield will post up right around midfield. On the return, that'll be Donnie Furco and Enzo Coca. Thing I will say is both quarterbacks for both teams said extraordinary athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. That when you have that kind of athlete, here we go.
Kamara getting into a nice spiral. This one will be fielded at midfield. Brought upfield by Furco out to the 40-yard line in Poland territory. That's where Canfield will take over with 11-12 left here in the second quarter. Poland with a 7-0 lead.
Well, Poland's got to tighten up their defense right now. We talked about field position, and right now Canfield is flipping the field, and they've got to now stop them.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Liberty has a 7-0 lead over Crestview, and West Branch leads Cheney 7-0.
Liberty's got it going over there.
Young man by the name of Moody putting on quite the show on Friday nights there for the Liberty Leopards. As Coca and Panunzia will be in the backfield. Sheena will be the wing to the right, twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Campbell on the outside of that. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line in plus territory. Coca giving it to Panunzio. Panunzio upfield. He'll fight his way past the 40 down near the 37-yard line. Pick up a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now for Canfield.
Yeah, they're getting chunk yardage on 1st down, and Poland's got a time. Oop, we got a lineman down.
So a player down. They will attend to him. 10:57 left here, second quarter. We'll continue on with the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. East Palestine, they lead Lisbon by a score of 7-0. Riverside and Austintown Fitch all tied up at 7. Some interesting games here to note. Warren Harding, Akron Vincent St. Mary. No score there. That is a nice matchup. Of course, we talked about Salem a couple of times over the weeks here. We saw them in week 1. We knew they were going to win some games. Right now, they have a 1-score lead.
Yeah, we said that they're going to win some games this year. Pretty good football team. They thought that Salem might be off a little bit. You know, you hear different grumblings and stuff, but did an outstanding job down there.
You're down there and had a chance to look at the beautiful facilities down in Salem. So great job there by the Quakers. 10:57 left here. Again, we have a player down on that side to talk about the NEA championship for the Poland Bulldogs men's golf team. And I wish I had the name, but somebody shot a 71 for Poland, and I'm going to find the name of that person because I don't know much about golf in there, but I know one thing that's pretty impressive.
Oh, it's a good score. I'd like to call, well.
They do not let me do things with swinging sticks at people, so.
Yeah, all I would have had to do is make one call, and my brother Lenny would have told you that's probably a good score. So I'm sure he's looking down, cheering from upstairs, saying, great job, young man.
Some of the hockey players there picking that up as Anyway, we'll remind you coming up tomorrow at 11:20, it'll be the Canton Akron Jets, the Buckeye champions, will be back on the ice tomorrow. So they'll take on the Nashville Warriors. And, of course, we'll have a big matchup in Division III, Coach, the NCAA side. It will be the Grove City Wolverines hosting the Mount Union Purple Raiders.
That's got to be, I'll tell you what, Mount Union, every year, they got it together.
What a great opportunity for Grove City. Coach DiDonato and crew over there. Of course, we'll have that game right here with Mark Means, Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs floating around there. Is Coca now taking the ball up the middle, trying to find room to run. He'll fight his way inside the 35, down near the 34-yard line. Pick up of 3. 3rd and 3 now. Maybe 2, depending on where they're going to spot this, for Canfield. 10:33 left here in the second quarter.
What time does that game start, Jim?
That is going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff.
1 o'clock.
Certainly you can catch all the pregame with the Professor Ryan Briggs.
I'll be up at the station filling propane. Gives me something to listen to.
Certainly, Grove City building that program over there. And with that build, you are certainly prone to some big games like this as Coca with the hand up to Panunzio. Panunzio hitting the line. May have picked up a half a yard. Now it's a rugby scrum as both teams will push and turn. And it's going to be 4th down and just inches for Canfield with 9:55 left here, second quarter.
Yeah, they're marking it. It looks like maybe no gain. Yeah, they gave no gain on that one. So they pull and tightened it up.
Canfield will check to the sideline for the play. Panunzio and Sheena in there in the backfield. Camel and Furco will be the twin receivers to the left of Enzo Coca. Sheena will be the wing to the right. 4th and inches. I'll call it a full yard, actually, Coach. And Canfield is going to take a timeout. 9:17 left here, second quarter. Canfield takes a timeout. We'll step aside for a timeout as well. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Of course, all kickoffs and field goals brought to you by the Village Tavern this year for nearly 100 years. The Village Tavern has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, or go online at villagetavern3.com. So 4th and 1 for Coca in the shotgun. Send a man in motion from left to right. Coca trying to find the right side. He'll get the first down and more. And he's headed into the end zone for the Canfield touchdown. 32 yards on 4th and 1. Enzo Coca gives Canfield 6. Pending the extra point, we may be looking at a tie game.
Yeah, that's, I'll tell you what, they did an outstanding job, Canfield, keeping those guys at bay, getting them arms extended, to which they did.
Enzo Coca, 32 yards into the end zone. Makes it 7-6.
All important extra point. We know all about that.
Luke Goodrich on for the kick. Kick is up, and it is good. 9:09 left here, second quarter. We'll keep it right here, Dave, as we take a look at some more scores from around the valley. Canfield ultimately ends up going 55 yards, on their drive after they get good field position. Of course, we had the quarter switch as well. But on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, United now leads Columbiana 7-0. Girard has extended their lead over Struthers 21-0. Garfield leads LaBrae 7-6. Valley Christian has extended their lead over Latonia to 14-0. Mineral Ridge 14, Jackson Milton nothing. Hubbard and Niles now all tied up at 7. Hubbard undefeated coming into their game this week as well. No score on the Matthews Pie Valley game. Over on the PA side, Sharon leads Hickory 7-6. Big game over there in Western Pennsylvania. And right now, Wellsville leads Southern by a score of 7-6. Luke Goodrich on to kick off for Canfield. Village Tavern kickoff. Back to return is Vito Camara, as well as Nick Natoli. Natoli with an 88-yard touchdown run on a kick return back in week 1. Goodrich now getting into this one. It's going to be a low line drive back to Natoli. He'll pick it up at the 10, bring it out to the 20, try to work to the right side. It'll be brought down near the 28-yard line. That's where Poland will take over. 1st and 10 with 9:04 left here in the second quarter.
I just want to say, I'll tell you right now, the offenses, you think the defense would tighten up. The offenses, they're throwing punches left and right. So outstanding job by both offenses. And see what Poland can do now.
Battle of 224 trophy on the line here. It will be contested tonight. And then in the second game of the basketball season, the second meeting between Canfield and Poland. So it is a trophy that potentially could make its rounds several times during the year.
Yep.
Well, at least 2 times.
Yep. So remember, that was like that with Camel and Struthers. I remember that trophy, too.
On the right hash mark now. Zippolita to the wing on the left. Single receiver to each side. Read option now. Hand off to Kamara. Kamara with some room to run at the 35, 40, and he'll make his way down near midfield. That'll be enough for a Poland first down right at the midfield strike. 8:56 left here, second quarter.
Wow, they sure needed that one. Because the defense at Canfield, they've been playing tough. But I'll tell you what, Poland has got to open it up a little bit. They got to stop trying to get inside. Now they're getting outside, doing a great job on that one.
Nemo will check out. DeLomo will come in for Poland. David Zippolita will bring the play in from the sideline. That time, Kamara lined up in the backfield. He will be a receiver to the far side now. As Gavin Seifert will be the tight end to the right side. David Zippolita in the shotgun, one running back to his right, 2 receivers to his left. That'll be Jones in motion, left to right. Hand off to Chase Jones, cutting it up. And he's going to drive his legs down near the 46-yard line, but a flag coming in from the referee. And that most likely indicates holding. That is the preliminary call.
Well, I'll tell you what, that took a long time for him to throw that flag.
Well, as I say so often during the year, you got to let your mind digest what your eyes have seen. I hear that in my ear from some of the people that really taught us as officials and really good officials in the Valley.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So that's going to be Gavin Seifert. The tight end was lined up to the right side. They'll call him for the hold. It'll be 1st and 19 for Poland. They'll mark this at the Bulldog 41-yard line. 8:15 left here in this first half. Poland and Canfield all tied up at 7. So Zippolita in the shotgun, one running back to each side, wing to the right. Zippolita calling his own number off the right side. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage, may have picked up a yard or two. Trying to watch the official there. He might have picked up a yard on the play, but either way, it's going to be about 2nd and about 18.
Poland's pretty quick. Canfield's pretty quick on that outside. He tries to get over, and I'll tell you what, they're scraping. They do a good job. Them corners are coming up, and they're sure tacklers. So, great game. I may say, too, before the game, I saw the whole Pavlansky family here. His brother that coached at Canfield, he was wearing his Canfield stuff.
So 2nd and 17, ball at the Poland 43-yard line. 7:22 left here in this first half. Twin receivers to each side now. Zippolita in the shotgun, one running back to his right. Poland moving right to left now. Plants his feet, fires out to the far side, and it's going to be short-ended again. Intended for J.J. Fonda. And he and Zippolita and Fonda really just having some communication issues here.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he's got to settle down. He's throwing too quick. He's throwing before the break, and David Zippolita got to just calm down. You could see the adrenaline is flying through him. Usually he's a pretty doggone good passer, but a little happy feet. Canfield's keeping him a little bit under wraps.
And that's a great point because you see where Fonda is now lurching for the ball.
Yeah.
It was coming out of his break as if he didn't get an opportunity to make it.
Right. He wasn't expecting it that quick.
So Fonda will be the single receiver to the far side. 3 receivers to the near side. There'll be DeLomo, Kamara, and a third player to be named here. Zippolita upfield off the left side. Past the 50, and he's going to get one block from DeLomo and work his way inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line. And that's going to bring him a much more manageable 4th down. We'll call it 4th and 4. They were 1st and 19 after the penalty.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's one cut, and that could have been off to the races. And he's tough. He's hard to bring down, and he's quick.
Poland going to go for it. Fonda and Kamara, the receivers of the far side. Twin receivers to the left of Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones back there. Kamara going in motion, and it's going to have a flag, and it's going to be encroachment coming up against Canfield. Tristan Miller tried to time it up, and that'll give Poland a free first down at the Canfield 39-yard line. 6:37 left here in this first half.
And I just want to tell you, Grayson Schaefer, He won an Academy Award on that because he came across, touched him, and he rolled back into the backfield. Great job selling the point.
So Delomo and Kamara, the single receiver to each side, I formation. Zippolita under center. I'll hand it up to Chase Jones. Jones hit at the line. He'll spin and turn and make it down to the 36-yard line. Instead of a loss of 1, it's going to be a pickup of 3. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 now for Poland. A great hard run by Chase Jones.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Canfield got to wrap these guys up because they come in there hard, but then again they're doing a lot of spinning and twisting. So
2nd and 7 now. Ball at the Canfield 36-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to play here, first half. We are all knotted up at 7. Kind of exactly what we'd expect here between Poland and Canfield. As Zippolita now in the shotgun. From running back to his right. Single receiver to each side. They'll go double wing to the right. Zippolita calling his own number. He'll be chased down from behind. And an outstanding read by Pat Groner. Worked right down this line of scrimmage. And Zippolita didn't see him coming.
No, absolutely not. What he did was he came up, squared up to the line of scrimmage, saw he kept it, and went right down the line of scrimmage because he was held up, was trying to find a hole, and he was able to break him down.
So the ball will be on the plus side of the 35-yard line. 3rd and 6, they'll call it. Actually, right at the 35-yard line. 5:01 left here, second quarter. Zippolita in the shotgun. One running back to his left. They'll go double wing to the right. Single receiver to the far side. That'll be Kamara. We'll watch that one for the one-on-one. Zippolita with the clap. Rolling out to the far side. Fires out looking for Kamara. He's going to catch that at the 23-yard line. And that's going to be a first down for Poland with 4:43 left here first half.
And that's what they needed. They needed to get nice pass, was getting a little bit of rush, squared up, turned his shoulders, and darted it, hit him right dead on the sidelines, was able to bring it in. Great throw, great catch.
And the one thing, one ability you can exploit for David Zippolita is his ability to roll out because he's getting pressure up the middle from this Canfield defense.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He keeps running these linemen, and that's what he wants to do. They'll tire those boys out, and they're going to tire of chasing them.
Delomo, the single receiver to the near side, wing left, single receiver to the far side. That'll be Fonda. Zippolita with the read and the handoff. Chase Jones cutting it up past the 20. He'll make it down to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 3. It's now going to be 2nd and 7 for Poland.
I'll take that all day, Jim. Let me tell you what, a good run. I'll tell you, he looked like he was going to get nailed probably for maybe a 1 yard gain, and he was able to kind of juke in and out, and that froze the defender of Canfield, and he was able to hit the hole and drag him down. So Poland's driving. They got the momentum.
David Zippolita, the sophomore quarterback for the Bulldogs, bring the play in from the sideline. 3:38. Here's clock continues to run. J.J. Fonda will be the receiver to the far side. Seifert will be the tight end to the right. And it'll be Delomo, the single receiver to the near side. 2 running backs to each hip. Zippolita, who will call his own number. He'll try to fight through traffic, make it down near the 15-yard line, pick up a 4. Now you're looking at 3rd and 2, Coach, for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a little bit more manageable. I'll tell you what, Canfield's trying to tighten it up, but it's not working for him. He's finding them holes and getting it done.
One thing of note is that Salvi Karamusa has not attempted a field goal this year, Coach. 12 of 13 on extra points, but has not attempted a field goal. So the hash mark, the ball be on the left hash mark. 3rd and 2, 2:50 left here, first half. Poland 7, Canfield 7. T formation now. It'll be Angelilli, Jones, and Zippolita in the backfield. David Zippolita under center. Hand out to Chase Jones. He'll spin and turn, and he'll be close to a first down. We'll see where they're going to mark it.
I don't know, Jim. Maybe a yard short. Yeah, they're giving it 4th down. So
they're going to say ball at the 14-yard line. He has to get
about 2 yards short, Jim.
Looks like a long, about 1.5 here. We can guesstimate it either way. It's going to be 4th down, and Coach Pavlansky will send the play in with Zippolita from the sideline. Cam Toth will check in for Canfield on the front end. T formation. Zippolita under center. He'll give it to Chase Jones. Jones is close. We'll see where they're going to mark it at.
Boy, that's real close.
But I believe he's going to have enough for the first down. They'll mark the ball at around the 12-yard line. So they're going to be able to get a first down at the 2. And there is 1:45 left here in the second quarter and a very fast-moving game here. Kickoff, 7 o'clock. It's 7:47 now, Coach. We're working towards the half.
I like it.
This is some old-fashioned, ground and pound here.
Smash mouth football. This is 1970s smash mouth football.
T formation again. Jones, Zippolita, and Angelilli. Everybody in tight. No receivers for the Bulldogs. And Zippolita trying to work to the outside. He'll be tripped up. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up second down now for Poland. Tried a little misdirection there, Coach, and Canfield read it well as Canfield will take a timeout. 1:07 left here in the second quarter. Dave, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we got our breaks in for the second quarter. If not, keep that in mind. As we take a look at scores from around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Right now, Salem has extended their lead over Canton Central Catholic 21-7. United and Columbiana knotted up at 7. Garfield 13, LeBray 6. Valley Christian 14, Latonia 6. Boardman leads Maple Heights 14-6. McDonald leading Western Reserve 21-7. Mineral Ridge with a 14-0 lead over Jackson Milton. Hubbard and Niles tied up at 7. Pie Valley with a 16-7 lead over Matthews. We were out there last year. Great place to be. Not after a full Lena's meal, by the way. Southeast leads Newton Falls 13-0. No score between JFK and Youngstown. I believe that's going to be tomorrow. That should be an interesting matchup there. Cardinal Mooney leads Steubenville 7-0. As it is now 2nd and 10 for Poland. 1:07 left here, second quarter. Single receiver to each side. That'll be Fonda to the right, Delomo to the left. Zippolita in the shotgun. Hand off to Vito Kamara. Kamara trying to get the corner, trying to work his way inside the 10. He'll slow down, but nowhere to go. May have gotten about a half a yard, nowhere to go, but third down now for the Bulldogs.
Well, he should have never stopped his momentum. That's when you grab another gear, roll them shoulders, and go straight down.
So the clock continues to run here. 45 seconds left in the first half.
Poland got to move here.
Ball is marked at the 10-yard line. And if my angle is correct, they should be able to get another first down at the 2. So Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Double wing to the right. Kamara will be the single receiver out to the far side. Zippolita rolling out. Fires into the end zone, and it's going to be overthrown. The clock will stop with 14 seconds left in the second quarter. It'll be 4th and 8 now for Poland.
What are they going to do? Field goal.
And for the first time here in 2025, Poland will send on the field goal unit. Salvi Karamusa, the 6'1", 180-pound freshman, will come in. It will be a 27-yard field goal. Vito Kamara is the holder. Angelo Angelilli is the long snapper. He will kick this from the left hash mark. Aramusa, the right-footed kicker. Waiting for the snap. High snap. Gets it down. Kicks it. And it is up. And good. 10 seconds left here. First half. Salvi Karamusa gives Poland a 10-7 lead going into the half. Barring any craziness on the kick return. And for the first time this year, Poland goes to the field goal.
There you go. And made it absolutely right through the uprights. Good job. They have got to settle David Zippolita down a little bit. Just doesn't seem comfortable today. He just, he's having a good game, but he's just got to calm down, do his thing, and it just seems like he's rushing too much.
Big game for the freshman. A lot of young folks in this game. You talk about David Zippolita, the sophomore quarterback, freshman kicker here, but really standing up and playing the role that they're supposed to. And again, these are some of the names we talked about in preseason and some of the young names we thought were going to develop, but they have really stepped up in the leadership roles. And Canfield has the same thing as well here, but a little bit more veteran presence on their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Little shout out to My girl Carol Myers, her grandsons are here. Her son's here. They're in the band. Brock and Bryce, they're in percussion, and they're about to take the field.
Battle of the bands here. Poland Seminary Marching Band, which we are a little biased. I'm a little biased too.
You're allowed.
As Angelo Angelilli will step into this one, and this one's going to stay on the ground. It's going to pop over at the 37-yard line, picked up by Panunzio, and he will fight his way forward down to the 49-yard line. And Canfield will have the ball with 6 seconds left here in the half. See if they want to do anything with it.
I think if they were smart, they would take it. Just take a knee. That's all.
You studied your film for Poland. You see guys like Vito Kamara last year with a 140-yard interception return for a touchdown. So you want to kind of be conservative. I would
you
think.
know what? I would think so. I mean, you're only down by 3. Don't cause anything. Again, you get the ball in the second half, but you got to be aware.
So fast-moving first half here. In 7:53 street time. We started at 7 o'clock. This is almost the equivalent of a running clock here, but again, two well-coached, disciplined teams.
And they're running the ball more than they're passing. That's just how it is.
Camo and Furco, twin receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Coca in the shotgun, Panunzio to his right. 6 seconds left here. We'll see if they take a shot. Back to pass is Coca. Coca fires it out to the sideline, and it's going to be caught at the 39-yard line, but that's going to bring us to the end of the first half here in Poland. After 2, the Bulldogs will take the 10-7 lead into the locker room. We will step aside for our first halftime break here. We come back and give you a scoring recap and all that and more. Coming up here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Go. Halftime here at Pavlinsky Field in Poland. Bulldogs take a 10-7 lead into the halftime break. Coach, scoring went like this. It was first quarter, 4:42, as Pato Zippolita would get into the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run. They capped off an 80-yard drive to give Poland the 7-0 lead. It would be the second quarter when Enzo Coca, with 9:09 left in that second frame, to go 32 yards into the end zone with the extra point. That would tie it up, 7-7. And with just 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Salvi Caramusa would hit a 27-yard field goal from the left hash mark to make it a 10-7 Poland lead going into the locker room. And, Coach, I think this is everything that we thought it would be. It kind of mirrors last year, a battle back and forth in the 17-10 game. But all things seem to be equal between both teams, so it may come down to whoever has the ball last in the game.
And we've talked about that, whoever has the ball last. And that's what's going to – I think that's what's going to happen. So, again, errorless. Poland's made mistakes, and that's I think, cost them field position.
Certainly. You've talked about David Zippolita being a little bit excited here, but again, first year at quarterback in a game like this. He understands the importance of the rivalry. Maybe trying a little bit too hard, but I think third and fourth quarter, I think he might get into his groove a little bit here if you tend to watch him for any particular amount of time. And certainly guys like Vito Camaro who've been in here for 4 years, obviously leading that here. And Camara's done a great job on both sides of the ball, and he has filled multiple roles here. We've seen him at receiver, we've seen him at running back, and certainly we've seen him at the outside linebacker and corner position.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Everybody's just got to settle down and play their game. That's all it is, okay? The hype's gone. Get it out of your system. Now just play Poland ball, and they'll be fine.
Canfield band on the field, entertaining the home side here. Great job by the Canfield Cardinal Marching Band. We will step aside while they perform. When we come back, we will give you the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the valley and some pretty good ones tonight. And even one good one tomorrow that we'll talk about. All that and more here at the half. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Halftime continues here in Poland. Bulldogs with a 10-7 lead going into the locker room. And we take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. Some scores updated from around the valley here as Harding is on the road in Akron taking on St. Vincent St. Mary. The Harding Raiders with a 17-6 lead last reported in the second quarter. Brookville with a 6-3 lead over Champion. Salem extends their lead over Canton Central Catholic 28-7. Carrollton and Howland are scoreless at last report. United takes a 13-7 lead over Columbiana. Girard shutting out Struthers now in the second quarter, 34-0. Garfield, the G-Men, with a 20-6 lead over LeBray. Valley Christian leads Latonia 14-6. Boardman, 21. Maple Heights, 6. Mineral Ridge with a 14-0 lead over Jackson Milton. Hubbard has now taken a 14-7 lead over Niles in the second quarter. Pie Valley having no problem with Matthews tonight. It is 32-7 in the second frame. Over on the PA side, Sharon and Hickory all tied up at 7. A big matchup there in western Pennsylvania. Southeast leads Newton Falls 13-8. Wellsville with a 14-6 lead over Southern. Cardinal Mooney in Steubenville leads the Big Red 7-0. Liberty and Crestview, and we expect it to be a really good matchup. So far, it has lived up to the hype. It is 7 apiece between the Rebels and the Leopards. South Range getting back to their old ways. They lead Lakeview 33-0. East Palestine leads Lisbon 21-0. West Branch with a 20-0 lead over Cheney. Lowville with a 1-point lead over Campbell. It's 7-6 in favor of the Rockets. And Riverside now takes a 14-10 lead over Austintown. Fitch, that is your Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow at 11:20 will be the Canton Akron Jets, the 2024-2025 Ohio State Buckeye champions. We'll be back on the ice tomorrow. They'll take on the Nashville Warriors. And then at 1 o'clock, it will be the Grove City Wolverines hosting the Mount Union Purple Raiders in a big-time matchup there for the Grove City Wolverines. And Coach DiDonato was doing a fantastic job building that program. Of course, you can catch that right here on the iMedia One Network with Mark Means, Chris Birch, and, of course, pregame with the professor, Ryan Briggs. I don't know if there's anybody in the area who knows high school football or college football as well as he does. We'll step aside for our next time out. When we come back, speaking of the Grove City Wolverines, we will have the President's Athletic Conference report, Week 2, as Grove City and Mount Union get ready to go at it. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report, covering Week 2 games of the 2025 season on September 13th. I'm Joe Onderko. This week we will take a quick look back at the opening weekend on the gridiron in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 2 games this Saturday. Defending league co-champion Grove City highlighted the slate with an impressive 31-14 road win at 2023 D3 National Champion Cortland. New St. Vincent coach Casey Goff earned the win in his Bearcat debut, 28-7 over Hilbert. In other action, Marietta edged Westminster 12-8, and Hiram fell at Heidelberg 65-27 on Thursday, while Teal dropped a 27-8 home final to Concordia, Wisconsin Friday. Other Saturday home finals included W&J falling to Utica 49-31, Bethany dropping a 41-6 final to Sewanee, Waynesburg defeated by John Carroll 48-14, and Allegheny losing 35-24 to Denison. Geneva fell on the road at Widener 44-18, while Case Western Reserve and Rowan finished in a lightning-shortened 17-17 tie. PAC Player of the Week honors in Week 1 went to St. Vincent junior wideout Chris Downs with 100 receiving yards and 2 TDs versus Hilbert. Sophomore cornerback Noah Wheeler of Grove City was Defensive Player of the Week with 2 interceptions at Cortland, and Bethany sophomore punter Caden Langley was Special Teams honoree with a 46.3-yard punt average versus Sewanee. Top newcomer was Grove City freshman kicker punter Brady Lane, who made all 5 kicks and averaged 40 yards per punt at Cortland. Highlighting the Week 2 slate is a pair of national powers, as 1-0 and 15th-ranked Grove City host last year's national runner-up, 1-0 and number 2 ranked Mount Union from the OAC at Thorne Field at 1 p.m. The Purple Raiders are 7-0-1 all-time against the Wolverines, but the teams have not met on the gridiron since a 30-14 Mount Union win back in 1979. Grove City head coach Andrew DiDonato previews this week's Division III heavyweight matchup.
When we knew we had 2 non-conference games, we decided right away that we wanted to find the best opponents in the country that we could play, and really just to see where we're at as a program and what it takes to win a national title or to play as a top team in the country. And obviously Mount Union is the standard. Just to get to play against such an elite program, we're just excited to see where our program's at.
Returning to the PAC as a full member for the first time since 1989, 0-1 Hiram hosts its first home game since returning to the league when they host 0-1 Oberlin, the NCAC, at Henry Field in Hiram at 6 p.m. The Terriers faced their former conference opponents last season in Oberlin, with the Yeomen edging Hiram 20-17. First-year Hiram head coach Xavier Dupree talks about the excitement in his program as the Terriers rejoin the PAC.
Just to start something new, we're going to see some different schools, different venues, things like that. Like I said, you have a lot of our alumni, older alumni who were in the pack and played in those games that are excited to see those rivalries and those games come back.
0-1 Geneva also opens its home schedule under the lights in Beaver Falls as the Golden Tornadoes host 1-0 Shenandoah from the ODAC at Reeves Field at 7 p.m. It's the first ever meeting on the gridiron between the two squads, with Shenandoah coming to town following a 25-6 season-opening victory over Methodist this past Saturday. Veteran GT head coach Gino DeMarco talks about the special night game environment that has developed for Geneva home contests through the years.
Playing Friday night football and high school football in this area is such a big emotional thing and a big draw in Western Pennsylvania. We just felt that having Saturday night games and creating an event, at that time we had an over 100-member band. We do a lot of community-type things to create an event.
In other Week 2 PAC gridiron action, all 8 other PAC teams play on the road, with 7 having 1 p.m. kickoffs. Allegheny at Juniata, Bethany at Kalamazoo, Case Western Reserve at Wabash, St. Vincent at Worcester, W&J at Hampton-Sydney, Waynesburg at Dickinson, and Westminster at Franklin and Marshall. Teal also plays on the road with a 3 p.m. kickoff at Adrian. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at Pat Lansky Field as we get ready for third quarter action here, week 4 of the Ohio High School football season, the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. And of course, I want to thank all of our sponsors, including John Galbraith and the entire board of the Youngstown Patricians, for supporting high school football in the Valley. Patricians are looking for post-high school and college talent. Even if you've been in the pros for a little bit, Coach, come back to play. For more information, check out the Youngstown Patricians on Facebook or call John Galbraith, 330-540-1099. That's season. I believe, if I heard the date correctly, next year the PAFL will be starting on May 16th, just about 2 weeks earlier than they did this year. So a lot of work to do for the Youngstown Patricians. Check them out as they continue to build.
Well, what I think they're doing with that is because they don't want so much of an overrun before the high school starts.
Yeah, certainly. High school starting a couple weeks earlier here. It seems like it's earlier and earlier every year, but you will not hear me complaining.
We're in game 4 already.
At game 4 of the season, we're going to be just near the halfway mark next week.
Yeah, how about that?
There you go, Tim Cotton. Into the fastest 10 weeks of the year. Take a look at the scoring recap here, as it would start off in the first quarter. Pano Zipolita getting into the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run that would cap off an 80-yard drive, giving Poland the 7-0 lead. With 9:09 left in the second quarter, Enzo Koka will take the ball 32 yards into the end zone, and with the extra point, that would make it 7-7. And with just 10 seconds left in that second quarter, Salvi Karamusa will hit a 27-yard field goal to give the Bulldogs a 10-7 lead. Canfield won the toss in the first half. They deferred. They will get the ball here to start the third quarter. And for Poland, I think this is the first time they do not start off the second half with the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So they got to come out gunning. They've got to stop them. Don't let them go down and score, because then you'd like to get it if you can. You wouldn't even mind going and getting a 3 more out of there, at least 13 or score, and it goes 17 up. So
sun is down here. Lights are on in Poland. A beautiful night for high school football. Of course, all of our live programming will continue tomorrow at 9 a.m. as the Saturday morning sports page with Pat Lucia, Dave Clark will make its way on Western Reserve Radio. Plenty to talk about now with high school, college, and the pros all in full swing here in football. And then at 11:20, we will have hockey. The Canton Akron Jets will take on the Nashville Warriors from the Brunswick Automark Arena in Strongsville. We will go on the air just right around 11:15. Puck drop scheduled for 11:20. And then over on Western Reserve Radio 2, it will be the Grove City Wolverines and the Mount Union Purple Raiders in a 2:15 matchup. Of course, the Raiders at number 2 coach are usually 1-2 in that neighborhood. And the Grove City Wolverines improving after their big win over the Portland Red Dragons last week. They knock off a ranked team. They jump from 23 to 15. And great things happening over there at Grove City. All that action here with Mark Means, Chris Birch, and the Professor Ryan breaks tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And a marquee matchup on the NCAA side.
You know, Jim, I was just looking around the stadium before the kickoff. Even down in the corner of the end zone, the amount of people that are standing at this stadium, outstanding job.
Standing room only here at Pavlansky Field as we get ready to kick off this third quarter on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. And this one is going to be an end-over-end kick out to Coca. He'll let this one roll into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback for Poland. Canfield will take over 1st and 10 to get this third quarter started. They trail Poland 10-7.
Yep, I'll tell you what, that's what they needed to do. Just kick it deep and hope for the best, because giving Canfield the field every time at the 40, 45-yard line, I mean, you're taking a whole lot of property, and they don't have to go that far. So,
interesting development there, Coach. Aiden Baranch is kicked off that time instead of Angelo Angelilli.
Well, I think they were trying with that. They were trying to get the onside kick and get them and throw them off, but it obviously didn't work.
Would have worked once had they stayed onside.
Yeah, that's right. It would have worked if it did.
All right, 1st and 10 for Canfield at their own 20-yard line. Fresh 12 up on the board here, third quarter. As Coca hit the shotgun, one running back to each side, twin receivers to our near side. Panunzio in motion. Coca going to take the ball himself, but he's going to run right into Cam Hackstead and be pushed into the backfield. May have lost a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Cardinals as they test that right side of the line.
Yeah, and that test wasn't good. They failed that one. Wow, there was probably about 3 blue helmets at the first connection. We got a player down.
I believe we got a Canfield player down at the line of scrimmage. It almost looked like a cramp here. It is kind of warm here tonight, some humidity, but nothing that I would consider extreme here in the Valley. Again, a beautiful night here in Poland. We have been very fortunate over the first 4 weeks here, Coach, and as far as I'm concerned, they can continue this for the rest of the winter.
Well, you know what? All I've been hearing from different people is it's going to be a very mild, warmer winter. And you know what, Jim? I'll take that all day.
As much as I love rock salt and snow blowers and everything else, I think I agree with you. So Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. I find this one interesting as the Warren Harding Raiders have a 24-6 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Great performance there by the Raiders here so far. That last reported at the half. As we'll clear the field here. 2nd and 11 now for Canfield. Ball at the 19-yard line. 11:35 left here third quarter. If you're just joining us, Boca in the shotgun. Panunzi on the backfield with them. Single receiver to each side. Send a man in motion. Furco. Hand off to him around the far side. Looking for room to run, and he's going to be chased down from behind. May have picked up 2 or 3 yards on the play. And Cam Hackstead chasing him down from behind. Hackstead working that line of scrimmage. Brings him down, and it was actually going to be a gain of at least 1 on the play. So maybe 3rd and 9, depending on what. They're going to make it 3rd and 8 for Canfield. Mark the ball at the 22-yard line.
Poland, boy, they come out, fire them on defense. Now we just got to hold them here. We hold them here. Now we're going to get good field position.
3 receivers to the near side. 4. Enzo Coca. Enzo to his right. Single receiver to the far side. A little shift up front. Back to pass is Coca. Coca rolling out to the near side. Keeps his eyes downfield. That's caught at the 31 and down at the 32-yard line. That should be enough for a Canfield first down.
Bryce Roberts on the reception, got the first down, moving the sticks. Canfield needed to stop him.
Yeah, Roberts was lined up on the far side, came across on that drag route as they'll go right back to the line, man in motion. They'll hand this one off to Furco. Furco out to the 35, 40, knocked out of bounds near the 41-yard line. Back and forth here as Poland started out hot, and we have an official's timeout as we have a Poland Bulldog down. Grayson Schaefer shaking up a little bit, but he's going to have to head to the sideline for one play. He will be replaced by Noah Meinhardt. Meinhardt, the 6'4", 255-pound sophomore. How would you like to have a sophomore that size, Coach?
Oh, I would love to. Heck, I would have liked to have a senior that size.
I would need some help feeding that one.
No.
And he is one of those guys we talk about in that big sophomore class of 28.
Yep.
6'4", 255, and he's got 2 more years to go. Coca now Panunzio to his right, twin receivers to his left, wing to the right. Taking the ball himself off the right side, gets to the line of scrimmage.
Oh.
Picked up a yard or 2. He was tracked down from behind by Gavin Seifert and took a shot as well. But that's enough for a Canfield first down with 9:40 left here at third quarter.
Yeah, he's taking a pounding. Poland's getting to him. But he's a strong kid, gets up, and we're ready.
Ball at the 44-yard line now on the Canfield side of the field. 9.5 minutes to play. Man in motion. That'll be Panunzio. Quick pass out to the far side. Throw to the ground. It's going to be a backward pass. And it's going to be a Canfield. It's going to take the ball. Poland stopped thinking it was down. Out to the 25 and knocked out near the 20-yard line. A heads-up play by Bryce Roberts. That ball definitely was a backwards pass, Coach, but everybody thought it went into the turf and it was going to be a dead ball. Canfield now will have the ball 1st and 10, somewhere right around the 22-yard line.
Poland got caught sleeping on that. You got to react. You can't think there was no whistle. They got to move on it.
So Roberts on the big run with the heads-up play. It'll be Roberts and Furco, the twin receivers to the near side. Campbell to the far side. Coca and Panunzio in the backfield. Coca, quick pass out to the far side. Caught by Furco. Furco inside the 20 and fights his way down near the 14-yard line. And it's going to be a couple yards short of a first down with 8:51 left here third quarter.
I don't understand that. I will never understand defenses that are off the ball 15 yards when they have a slot receiver.
Coca, empty backfield now. Hand off to Furco. Furco trying to get past the line of scrimmage. He'll cut back, and he may have picked up a yard or 2 on the play. Well, I don't know if he picked up enough for the first down, but the clock will continue to run. See where they're going to mark it here as Poland has a player down right around the 15-yard line. And it's going to be an official's timeout here. We'll keep it right here as we continue to give scores from around the area. Of course, this is one of the better games in the Valley tonight. Privileged to be up here calling this one as Beaver Local now takes a 7-0 lead over East Liverpool. Brookfield extends their lead over Champion 14-3. Salem at the half, 35-14 over Canton Central Catholic. United extends their lead over Columbiana 20-7. Girard 41, Struthers nothing at the half. Garfield, the G-Men, they lead LeBray Vikings 20-6. Valley Christian leads Leetonia 21-6. Boardman at the half leads Maple Heights 21-12. Mineral Ridge at the half, leads Jackson Milton 14-0. Hubbard with a 21-7 lead over Niles. That also at the halftime break. High Valley 32, Matthew 7. Southeast over Newton Falls 33-6. Southern and Wellsville are all tied up at 14. That last reported at the break. And Gavin Seifert going to make his way back over to the sideline. Doesn't look much worse for the wear.
Little hitch in his get along. That ain't nothing. Oh,
all right.
That out.
So 3rd and 1 at the 13-yard line. Got to get to the 12 for a first down. Coca in the shotgun. Panunzio to his left. 3 receivers to the far side. That'll be Camo on the outside. We'll have a wing to the right as well. It'll be Landon Sheena. And now up on the line as a tight end. Coca waiting for the snap. And we're going to have some movement up front. It's going to be the left tackle.
Yep.
And
procedure.
He looked at Coca as if to say, what are you doing? So Will Murphy looks like he will be the guilty party. All right, normally we have the officials mic'd up, but I don't think it worked that time. 8:07 left here, third quarter. So we will go from a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 6. Ball at the 18-yard line. Matt Campbell checking in with the sideline from the far side. Oak in the shotgun. Panunzio's left, and we're going to have another flag on the play. Another false start coming up against Canfield. So now going from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 11 for Canfield. I'm sure that does not make Coach Ignazio very happy.
Yeah, but they got to get it done.
So Coca in the shotgun, wing right, twins right, in a receiver set. Back to pass. Coca firing out to the right. Hashino open and into the end zone for a touchdown. 7:41 left in the third quarter. 23-yard touchdown pass from Enzo Coca. Landon Sheena gives Poland the Canfield the 13-10 lead.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. There was people all over the place. But they're giving them a lot of room, and his quarterback's going to fit it in there as well as he did. So Poland has got to, and I've said that in many games, they got to tighten up them DBs up a little bit. They're giving them too much yardage. And if you have a good quarterback to zip it in there, and that's exactly what's happening, they've got to get it done.
So Luke Goodrich on for the extra point. Enzo Coca to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 7:40 left here, third quarter. Canfield takes a 14-10 lead over Poland. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WR2X AM 600. We're back on the other side.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Left here, third quarter. Canfield takes a 14-10 lead by way of a 23-yard touchdown pass from Coca to Landon Sheena. Extra point is good. And now Luke Goodrich will kick this one off with all kickoffs and field goals. Brought to you by the Village Tavern. Canfield kicking off left to right. You're listening in on the iMedia One Network app, available for iPhone and Android. This one going to be a line drive to the far side into the end zone. It'll pass up Chase Jones. And Polo will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 7:40 left here, third quarter. Polo looking to answer the Canfield score.
It's nice to have a kicker that can blast it that far because, again, it's a great weapon to have. We saw it a few years ago here at Poland and in Springfield. It's a great defense.
Canfield last week with the big 24-14 win over Cardinal Mooney. Mooney down in Steubenville tonight. Last we had checked, they were leading the Big Red. We'll see if we can get an updated score on that. Right now, it's Cardinal Mooney, 14-0 over Steubenville. So 1st and 10 for Poland at their own 20-yard line. 7:40 left here as they'll go 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, in a tight formation. Zippolita under center. He'll send a man in motion from right to left. Zippolita rolling out to the far side, looking downfield, tosses it out to Chase Jones. Jones cutting back to the inside, 25, 30, and he'll fall down at the 35-yard line into the Poland bench. And that'll be enough for a Bulldog first down with 7.5 minutes left.
That was a good play right there. Boy, I thought he broke loose, but they were able to bump him out. You know, you said about Steubenville. I'll tell you what, but watching some of them Steubenville scores, that ain't the Steubenville that they're struggling this year. They used to be a big powerhouse, so.
New officials down there?
I'm going to take the fifth on that one, believe me. Wow.
First and 10 at the Bulldog 32-yard line. Zippolita in the shotgun, his brother Pano to his left. Two receivers to the left, wing left. Overloaded. Quick pass out to the far side. And tried to hit Fonda. I believe he's going to catch it, but only for a couple-yard gain. Actually, he'll get out to the 36-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 4 on that.
To be honest with you, Jim, I thought he dropped the ball, but he was able to get that. He's got to take his time on these passes. I mean, you can release it, but he's just all over the place. These receivers are staring balls that are way right, way left, high.
Yeah, and certainly not under any pressure getting that rollout, as now it'll be 2nd and 6 for Poland at the 36-yard line. Zippolita in the shotgun now. Twin receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side with a wing to the left. They'll hand this one off. They'll fight forward. Maybe pick up a yard on the play and bring up 3rd down for Poland. Try to get the number there, and that's going to be Pano Zippolita on the carry, the bruiser of all the running backs there for Poland.
I'll tell you what, that defensive front four for Canfield is giving no alleys. They try to run that middle, and it just doesn't work for them. They've got to start attack a little bit off tackle and outside.
3rd and 4 for Poland at their own 38-yard line. As we approach the 6-minute mark here, 3rd quarter. Fast-moving game. We're already in the 3rd quarter.
Watch your play clock.
5 seconds left in there. We'll have to get a quick snap here. Zippolita calling for the ball. And I believe Coach Pavlansky took the timeout. 5:49 left here. We'll keep it right here as we take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Find them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard. Call 330-717-4441. Over there in Hubbard Eagle Land, which that looks like our next destination next week. Stay tuned as we stand by for the official confirmation on that. But scores from around the valley here. We refresh this right now. Warren Harding. They are cruising. It is 30-6 over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Beaver Local leads East Liverpool in a close one at the half, 7-0. Brookfield leads Champion 14-3. Salem 35. Canton Central Catholic 14. Lowville leads Campbell 7-6. West Branch 20-6 over Cheney. Tomorrow 8-man football. Sebring. Cardinal Stritch. As we go 3rd and 4 now from the 38. Zippolita in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. He'll ride that one in. Read it. Throw it downfield. He's got a man wide open at the 30-yard line. Down at the 25-yard line. Pete Sumas, the 6'1", 190-pound sophomore with the big catch, gives Poland a first down at the Cardinal 25-yard line.
Dan Quinn's grandson got open. That's a great job.
5-yard line, 13-10,
Poland with a 1st and 10. Zumas just right down between the hash marks, straight down there.
Just a go route, and he outran him.
5:25 as the clock will start to run. Tomorrow will be the single receiver to the far side, but going to have 2 wings to the right. Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones a tailback. Zippolita going to call his own number. He'll try to get to the outside and work his way down to the 20-yard line, maybe to the 19, pickup of 6. Should be 2nd and 4 now for Poland.
Great job by the offense so far. We're starting to beat up that front four at Canfield. They're coming up limping a little bit, Jim.
Big plays will take the gas right out of you.
Yeah, a lot of hands on the hips here. A lot of them.
So we hit the nearly 4.5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Poland looking to answer the 23-yard touchdown pass from Enzo Coca. So go Kamara, single receiver to the far side. See if they'll go with the two wing backs again. That'll be Angelilli and Pano Zippolita. David Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. They'll give it to Chase Jones. He'll cut back into the inside. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go there. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 now for Poland.
Yeah, they're when they see that double wing, they're just they're sliding and they're angling to it. So if they could counter off that'd be great, but can't run to that, especially when they're slanting.
Can't emphasize what a great atmosphere tonight. Both sides of the stadium filled. Great student sections. Beautiful performances by the bands.
And I would say good sportsmanship so far.
Absolutely. A great rivalry here. Vito Kamara will be the single receiver to the near side. Pano Zippolita will be the wing to the right. David Zippolita will go under center, and I'm not sure if they know where they're going here. It looks like, they'll go back to the T formation. And Zippolita will hand this one off to Chase Jones. Jones cutting back to the inside. Got to the 15. Flag comes in, and it'll come in from our referee. And that, of course, Coach, is usually symptomatic of a hold.
See what we got.
I believe that is going to be indeed hold against Poland. 3:26 left here in the third quarter. And after a good run by Chase Jones, Poland will be pushed back. We're going to mark this at the 26-yard line. Poland will have to get to the Canfield 15-yard line for a first down.
It's mistakes are killing Poland. They get these drives. This is the second or third time this has happened to Poland. Puts them in 3rd and long.
Kamara and Fonda, twin receivers to the far side, twin receivers to the left. Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones, the running back. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Zippolita falling out to the far side. Throws down to the corner of the end zone. And he's just going to overthrow Chase Jones in the end zone. Coverage being provided by Pat Groner.
I'll tell you what, I don't know why he didn't tuck it and go. They were backing off, and I think he could have made a good run of it.
So decision time for Poland looks like they're going to make a field goal attempt at this. So ball at the 26-yard line. This would end up being a 43-yard field goal as Vito Kamara will come in to hold Salvi Karamusa. Earlier, with a 27-yard field goal, he will kick this one from the right hash mark. He'll win to speak of here. Kamara waiting for the snap. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. And it is good. 3:04 left here in third quarter. A 42-yard field goal for Salvi Karamusa, the freshman. He cuts the Canfield lead to 14-13. And that is a big kick for a freshman.
That is huge kick. Wow. But there's that one point. They've got to score. They got to get down. They got to stop Canfield.
$910.50.
So we're going to call that 42 yards. Ball was at the 25-yard line. We'll give him the credit for the 7-yard hold, the 10-yard end zone, and an impressive kick by the freshman, Salvi Karamusa. 42 yards, his second of the night. First one for 27 yards. And Poland now trails by 1. Absolutely impressive. Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Liberty with a 14-7 lead over Crestview.
Liberty could go 4-0. They said if they win that Crestview game, it might be smooth sailing for Liberty.
All right. So Aiden Barancha is on to kickoff. Kickoff's brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. 3:03 left here, third quarter. Branches with a line drive end over end will be picked up at the 8-yard line. Brought out by Canfield, out to the 20, 30. A little bit of room to run to the far side. And that's going to be Matt Campbell on the run into Poland territory, down at the 41-yard line. And Canfield will start off with great field position with 2:51 left here, third quarter, and a breakdown on special teams.
This has been the scenario all season. Their special teams have not done a good job. They're leaving alleys. Again, they have got to stay in their lanes, and they're not. They're bunching too much. They got to learn to squeeze that field.
So Matt Campbell gives Canfield the ball at the 41-yard line. 2:51 left here, third quarter. Canfield with a 14-13 lead. And now the pressure on the Poland defense. As Noah Meinhardt now in the middle of that defensive line as well for the Bulldogs. Talked about Meinhardt earlier, 6'4", 225. As Koka in the shotgun. We'll hand this one to Panunzio. Panunzio upfield, excuse me. That's not going to be Panunzio, I don't believe. But he'll make his way down to the 34-yard line. Try to get a number for you. That's going to be Sean Bowling on the carry.
Boy, he hit that hole with a train.
Right back to the line. Koka giving Bowling the ball again. Off the left side. He's going to be hit after a couple-yard gain by Pano Zeppolita. Pano Zeppolita reminding him that he's still there.
He gave him a bear hug and threw him back a few yards. 3rd and 2 now.
So Canfield going right back to the line. They're taking the plays from the sideline. Olin normally has a good rotation on that defense. Not even make any exchanges right now as Donnie Furco will be the single receiver to the far side. Bryce Roberts will be the tight end to the right. And then Sheena will be the wing to the right. He'll move to the inside. Koka sending Furco in motion left to right. Koka taking the ball himself upfield. And he's going to be caught to the 31-yard line. And Pano Zeppolita came up with the ball, and they're going to say he was down. So after some campaigning by Pano, they're going to say no, he was down. But they'll mark the ball at the 31-yard line, pick up a 1.
Here we go.
4th and short. Just about a half a yard if you look where the down marker is and where the line to gain is. And it looks like we're going to get a measurement.
Boy, we haven't seen one of those.
I was just going to say, we haven't seen. We don't have the technology for the laser one now.
Where's the satellite?
All right, so they're going to measure this one. I'm going to guess that they're going to be just a bit short.
Yeah.
All right.
Half yard.
So.
Not even.
I didn't see the card come out to measure it, so it's going to be 4th in inches. That's where the officials will mark the ball. They'll bring it back out to the hash marks. 1:21 left here, third quarter. Canfield 14, Poland 13. If you've ever watched the Poland Canfield football game, this is one that could come down to the very end.
This is a classic battle of 224, as they say.
All right, so Koka now coming back out with the play. It's going to be Campbell and Roberts, the wings to the right. They're going to be in tight. Furco, the single receiver to the far side. Bowling, the running back. Poland will shift up front. It'll be Koka. Koka going to be met at the line, and he's just going to he'll drive and just get the first down for Canfield. The Cardinal drive will continue with 58 seconds left third quarter.
I'll tell you what, they stopped them, but they had a good push. They got it.
So Enzo Koka dropping the shoulder. Initially had looked like a stalemate. They'll mark it at the 29-yard line. Continue to drive his legs and no whistles. So Canfield will have a 1st and 10 with less than a minute to play here in the third frame. Of course, fourth quarter coming up here, and we all know what the fourth quarter means here on the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. And we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
we're going to talk about it, frankly. All right, so Koka in the shotgun, Bowling to his left. And Sheena will be the wing to the left. Twin receivers to the left as well. That'll be Furco and Campbell. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Roberts. They'll send a man in motion. That'll be Furco. Furco will go from left to right and back. Hand off to Bowling. Bowling upfield. And Zipoli are going to make contact with him. He'll make his way down to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 4. 2nd and 6 now coming up for Canfield with 30 seconds left to play third quarter.
They're just running right at him now. They're getting 3 or 4 yards to carry, so they got about 3 on that one. or so.
15 seconds left. Clock will continue to run. 24 seconds left on the play clock. We'll see if they're going to run one or if they're going to let this one run down at the end of the third quarter. And it looks like they're going to let this one run down as we come down to 3, 2, and 1. And that is the end of the third quarter here in Poland. After 3, Canfield takes a lead into the fourth quarter by a score of 14-13. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Coca in the shotgun to send a man in motion right to left. That'll be Furco. Back to pass. Over the middle. It's going to be caught into the end zone. Touchdown. Matt Campbell on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Enzo Coca. He's going to give Canfield a 20-13 lead.
Boy, he hit him on the dead run, Tim. But I have to tell you, Polo was right there. Yeah, the pass just beat him before the hand got in there. So actually was good coverage, but he had to have a perfect throw, and he did. He darted that in there. So good job by Canfield and getting it in.
Extra point coming up for Canfield. Luke Goodrich for the kick. Well, high snap. Kick is up. And it is good. 11:54 left here, fourth quarter. Canfield takes a 21-13 lead. And, of course, the fourth quarter always means it is time for the Lena's Pierogi House fourth quarter. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors. For dine-in or carry-out, call Lena's at 234-254-8532. She now has a food truck, and you will see her all over the valley.
And I complained to her and said, if you're going to run a food truck, last time I saw her at Penguin City Brewery, I said, you need to get the public kosh there. Because I would have bought it, but she didn't have it.
Can you not cook that on site?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
okay.
can prepare it, crock pot it, and you're good.
All right. Well, I got to check these things out. I just don't know these things. I don't even know how to say that.
You got to let that tongue roll.
All right. So for Canfield, Matt Campbell comes up big on the kick return. He got the ball all the way down to the Poland 41-yard line to set up Canfield on the drive. And then Enzo Coca hits him on a 34-yard touchdown pass. Canfield takes a 21-13 lead. As Luke Goodrich will come in for the kickoff. Kickoff's brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard, 746 North Main Street, or go to villagetavern3.com. Goodrich. This one going to head to the end zone. Natoli going to let this go over his head. And Poland will start off first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 11:54 left in this game. Poland trails by a score of 21-13. Poland now looking at if you can get in that situation, looking for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah. They go down and score. I think they really got to look at it now. They have no choice.
Both teams 3-0 coming into tonight.
Well, we knew it was going to be a battle. It's just how it goes.
We would expect nothing less.
Exactly.
And I'm sure each coaching staff will tell you the same.
Oh, well. Ignacio does a good job. I'll give him credit. He's got these guys going. His staff, I mean, outstanding job. These kids are playing hard.
See for the tight end to the right now. Back, it'll be Pano Zippolita. David Zippolita with the handoff, trying to find some room out to the run. Nice cut out to the 24-yard line. Great run by Chase Jones. Bring up second down for Poland. Oh, it's second and 7. 11:35 left here, fourth quarter.
Poland just got to keep driving, keep doing what they got to do.
Lena Pierogi House, fourth quarter. Week 4 of the Ohio high school football season.
We got to change it. Pierogi House and Paprikash.
Delomo, the receiver to the far side now. They'll have one in tight as well. Zippolita waiting for the snap. Kamara with the jet carry on the from right to left, and he'll be hemmed up. And maybe after a couple yard pickup, they'll have the ball at the. Oh, he's standing between the 25 and the 26, so maybe been a pickup of 3 or 4 on the play. A third down now, nonetheless, for Poland. We approach the 10.5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Well, they got to keep the ball rolling here because, Canfield's got a good offense. They do it quite well. They run plays sharp. So Poland has got to keep the ball out of their hands, drive down, and get some points.
Zippolita bringing the play in from the sideline. Single receiver to the far side. Actually, they'll make it Twins receiver to the far side now. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Vito Kamara. One running back to the left of the Poland signal caller. And off to the left side. It's going to be blown up in the backfield. Pano Zippolita losing about 3 yards on the play. They'll mark it at the 23-yard line. Canfield has a player down. Poland will bring on the punt team here. 10 minutes to play here in this game, but this has been a very fast-moving game, Coach. And we kicked off at 7 o'clock. It is 8:54, and we are already in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's we've already a lot of players tonight going down for Canfield.
It has been physical here so far. While we have an opportunity to take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. As right now, Carrollton has a 3-2 lead over Howland. I don't know if that's a typo. I'm not sure if that's football.
Well, safety and
a field goal. Okay.
And a field goal. I mean, it's
all right. So we'll assume that that's correct. United takes a 20-7 lead over Columbiana. Struthers gets on the board, but Girard leads 41-6. Garfield leads the parade 20-6. Valley Christian 28-6 over Latonia. Boardman has extended their lead to 29-12 over Maple Heights. McDonald leaving Western Reserve 42-14. Mineral Ridge shutting out Jackson Milton 21-0. Hubbard leads Niles 28-7. Pie Valley now leads Matthews 32-14. Southeast leads the Newton Falls Tigers 33-6. Austintown Fitch, they have retaken the lead. It is 17-14 over Riverside in favor of the Fitch Falcons. Lowville now trails Campbell 14-7. West Branch leads Cheney 20-6. East Palestine 28. Lisbon 7. This is a final, Coach, already. South Range shuts out Lakeview 46-0 for the top of the hour here. Matter of fact, Landon Sheena is making his way off the field. So while we have an opportunity, we will step aside 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Fourth and 6 for Poland at the 24-yard line. Vito Camaro in to punt this one away. Canfield returner post up at their own 40-yard line. We'll get a whistle. I don't see a flag, but we got the whistle at the snap. Now we have a flag, and they're going to say a delay of game.
You know what?
Coming out of the timeout, though, I'm not sure.
No way.
So this will push it back to the 19-yard line. That came from the back judge, which is normally where the flag would come for a delay of game.
They had an injury. It should have started the clock. There's no way.
But they moved Okay. So initially, the signal was a delay of game. However, it was 12 men on the field, so that will make it 4th and 1. And
they're going.
They're going for it, Coach. Ball at the 29-yard line. 9:55 left here. T formation. Zippolita under center. Everybody in tight. Angelilli, Zippolita, and Jones. Angelilli with the handoff. They're going to fight forward, and he'll get to the 30-yard line. And they're going to say they didn't get it. It's a turnover on downs. Canfield will get the ball. 1st and 10.
Oh, no, they got to measure that.
And they've got the tip of the ball at the 30-yard line. Now,
boy, where's that stick?
The drive started at the 20. The nose of the ball is at the 30.
That should be a first down.
So
it's
are
on
they
the line?
They're going to measure it, and the line is part of the marker. So this is going to be interesting. So the measurement will take place. Chain crew will bring it out. 9:41 left here, 4th quarter. This is going to be a huge call after the penalty against Canfield for the 12 men on the field, but I don't see how it's not a first down, Coach.
That's first down.
And it's a first down for Poland.
It has to be.
As they mark the ball right at the 30. Again, the drive started at the 20 after the touchback.
Yeah, it had to be.
So Poland takes advantage of the penalty. Pano Zippolita fights for the inches, and that's what it was, Coach. So they never moved the ball, so it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here you go.
All right. Lots of excitement here. 9:41 left here, 4th quarter. David Zippolita in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. They'll send a man in motion. That's Kamara. They'll give Kamara the ball. He'll find room upfield. Past the 35, 40, and brought down at the 45-yard line. Big tackle by Bryce Roberts. 6'200.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
And a flag on the play. A hold coming up against Poland.
Wow.
I didn't see that till the very late.
That was
last
a very
second.
Late flag, Jim. Holy mackerel.
So 10 yards from the 37-yard line. This will put him at the 27. So actually it'll make it 1st and 13.
Wow.
Of course, I know Coach Gessler has a call for 1st and 13 because it's better than 1st and 15.
Jeez. They have shot themselves in the foot so bad tonight with mistakes. Holding is killing them. They've got to have 60 yards in holding penalties.
So David Zippolita bringing in the play from the sideline. 1st and 13. Ball at the Poland 27-yard line. 9:15 left here, 4th quarter. 3 receivers to the left side now. Single receiver to the near side. Zippolita in the shotgun. 1 running back to his left. Rolling out to the far side. Under pressure. See if he tucks it and runs. He's going to try to throw. It's going to be tipped. And it's going to safely fall to the turf. As I'll tell you, that could have gone either way, but Kellen Holcomb, 6'3", 225-pound sophomore, was right there.
Got that big paw up there and knock it down.
So 2nd and 13 now for Poland. Again, probably a situation where David Zippolita could have tucked that ball and ran.
Again, Jim, I saw the same thing you did. I mean, he's got to plant that foot and go because it looked like he had some room. He's trying to throw the ball downfield. I understand the play. And Coach Path has got to move a little quicker on these play callings because he's making him run from one side to the far hash. 6 seconds on the clock.
3 receivers to the left of Zippolita, 2 to his right. Empty backfield for Poland. At the snap, and we're going to get a flag as the play clock expired, and it's going to be a delay of game. It'll be 2nd and 18 after the fact. The ball at the 22-yard line. Poland will have to get to the 40 for a first down.
You got to blame that on the coach. He's got to make these calls faster. He makes David run from our hash all the way over the field, and they come all the way back. They got to do a better job. Maybe send somebody in and
Fonda, Natoli, and Delomo to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Empty backfield for David Zippolita. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket under pressure, and ball's going to come loose, and it's going to be covered up by Poland at the 26-yard line.
Complete, Jim.
Okay, so it's now going to bring up 3rd and 18 for Poland. too much pressure coming in on David Zippolita in that empty backfield.
I want to tell you something. Let me get the number on that. Okay. China on the end, London China. I'll tell you what, he spun around this guy and was a straight shot to David.
Yep, China went out kind of banged up earlier, made his way back to the field. That's good to see. As Zippolita will bring in the play from the sideline. 18 seconds left on the play clock. 3rd and 18 from the Poland 22-yard line. They got to get to the Poland 40-yard line for a first down. Empty backfield again. 3 receivers to the right this time, 2 to the wide side. And Zippolita with the clap, back to pass, steps up, under pressure, and he's going to be brought down. Landon Shino on the sack. And it's going to bring up 4th down for Poland. This time they will have to kick it away.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Canfield's got the momentum. There's no doubt about it.
So after getting the first down on the 4th and 1, Poland goes in the wrong direction. And now Canfield will have an opportunity here as Kamara will kick this one away. It'll hit at the 47 and take a roll into Canfield territory at the 45 and will come to rest near the 42-yard line. That's when Canfield will take over 1st and 10 with 7:47 left here in this game. Canfield has an 8-point lead. Poland searching for answers on offense.
Yeah, it's just, I'll tell you what, Canfield's getting after it. The offensive line is not fast enough, and they're just not getting it done. The other thing that I see is they've got to watch that play clock because they got nailed twice already, 3 times in this game for delay or had to burn a timeout. They have got to get plays in better.
So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Canfield with an 8-point lead, 7:47 left on the clock as Coca will have Sean Bowling in the backfield with him to his left. China in motion from left to right. He'll set up behind the guard. Quick pass out to Furco. Furco at the 45, and he's got Green. 1 man to beat on the angle. That's Chase Jones, and he'll head to the end zone for the 42-yard touchdown. Coca to Furco gives Canfield the 27-13 lead.
Calvin Lawrence again, Jim. When you got that slot receiver, they're playing 15 yards off the ball. They've got to come up on that. They've got to tighten it up because that's what they're doing. They're hitting it. They're hitting them, and they're giving them too much room. So if he gets any kind of block, it's touchdown. They got to make that adjustment defensively.
Luke Goodrich on for the extra point. Enzo Coca to hold. 7:36 left here, 4th quarter. Canfield with a 14-point lead now. We're going to get a man up front. It's going to be Pano Zippolita jumping through the line, trying to time it up. Trying to save that extra point and see what he's trying to do. Now, will Canfield change their mind and go for 2?
I would still kick it. Go. It's against Canfield.
Oh! Wow.
Every time. I don't know.
Well, Pano Zippolita came through the A-gap all the way into the backfield near the holder. So we'll try it again here. As Goodrich will attempt the extra point. Pressure being shown from Poland. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 7:36 left here, 4th quarter. Canfield takes a 28-13 lead over Poland. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
7:36 left here, 4th quarter. Canfield 28, Poland 13. Bulldogs desperate now for a return. Goodrich will come in and kick. Natoli will be to the right here with the right-footed kicker. And Nick Natoli will back up into the end zone, but it's going to be a touchback. Poland will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they have a lot of work to do here with just 7.5 minutes left in the game.
2 scores, and you haven't stopped Canfield yet. That's the big. They got to score quick, and then that defense has got to do something. But Canfield, it's just catch and catch right now.
All marked at the 20-yard line. 4th quarter here. Lena's 4th quarter. Lena's Pierogi House. We're home for the area's best pierogies. It's almost like a sedative if you need to sleep. About a half a dozen of those. That'll put you down. So David Zippolita in the shotgun. Pano Zippolita to his right. Twin receivers to the left. Wing to the right. Still receiver. Man in motion left to right. David Zippolita taking the ball. He'll spin out to the 20. Maybe got to the 21-yard line. Not even. About a half a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down now as the clock will continue to run. 7:24 left here, 4th quarter.
The outside guy stayed home, Jim. He took a step, stayed to the line of scrimmage. They ran right to him. Just nothing. I'll tell you what, Canfield defensively has really done a good job discipline-wise.
DeLomo, the single receiver out to the far side. Fonda, Kamara, and a 3rd receiver to the right of Zippolita. We have one running back in the backfield with them. Quick pass out to Natoli. Natoli will catch us at the 24-yard line. Pickup of 3. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now for Poland with under 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, they got to get up to the line of scrimmage and they got to go. But here's where the problem lies. They got to get a play in faster. Waste too much time here.
Ball at the 24-yard line. They'll have to get to the 30 for the 1st down. 30 seconds left on the play clock. DeLomo and Fonda and Kamara, the 3 receivers to the left. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Natoli. They'll flip Fonda from the left side to the right side. 2-by-2 now. Or Zippolita in the shotgun. David Zippolita back to pass. 3-step drop. Looking out to his left. Fires downfield. And it's going to be caught by Kamara near midfield. And he'll be brought down at the midfield stripe. That'll be a 1st down for Poland, barring any late flags.
Yeah, give a look for a holding or something.
They'll actually mark it at the 49-yard line on the Canfield side. With just about 6:06 left here, 4th quarter. Poland in hurry-up mode as Zippolita will bring in the play from the sideline. They're going to be on the hash mark closest to the Poland bench. As now DeLomo and Kamara will be the single receivers to the far side. Twin receivers to the right of David Zippolita. Chase Jones, the tailback. They'll send Natoli in motion from right to left. Natoli on the carry. He'll head towards the sideline, and he'll be lassoed down near the 46. Pickup of 3. Be 2nd and 7 now for Poland. I believe he's going to get out of bounds there, Coach. I think the clock's going to stop with 5:41 left.
Yeah. But it was only a gain of 2 yards. It looks like where they're marking it, so it's got to do better than that.
All at the 47-yard line.
The only good thing is the clock stops because it went out of bounds, but they've got to.
And we're going to get a whistle, I believe. Poland wanted to take a timeout, but
there's a question. Coach Pav, there's a question about something.
Okay, so for whatever reason, the clock ran down, but now they will add 8 seconds to it. It'll go back to 5:41, 5:33 showing up there right now. So Natoli and Fonda, the twin receivers to the near side, twin receivers to the far side.
Yeah. He went out of bounds, so it shouldn't have ran.
As our referee will look to give us the whistle for play. 25 seconds on the play clock. Receivers 2-by-2. Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Back to pass. Fires over the middle. And it was intended for Chase Jones. Couldn't connect on. And we got a flag. It was a high hit. And I think.
Well, that should have been called.
Joey Panunzio kind of looking shocked.
I mean, you can't take 2 steps and hit somebody on that. That was a perfectly good call.
So 5:36 left here, fourth quarter. Clock will stop.
Absolutely.
So they're going to say a hit on a defenseless player.
Well, it took 2 steps. You can't hit somebody. That was a good call.
So they'll mark the ball at the Canfield 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Poland. 5:36 left here. Fourth quarter. Poland trails 28-13. Receivers 2 by 2. And Zippolito go back into the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Mondo will be the outside receiver to the right. Back to pass. Zippolito with some time. Stepping up in the pocket. And he's going to be chased down and tossed around and then pushed out of bounds. Not sure where they're going to give him the credit at. He kind of bounced around, went forward, went backward. It looks like he'll get to the 35, maybe a loss of 3 on the play.
Wow. Their defense, Canfield's defense, is just beating them up front. Not only that, Poland keeps wanting to go deep, and I understand they got to score fast, but they're not getting him the time to do the 3 seconds or 4 seconds. They got to get rid of it faster.
2nd and 13 for Poland. Ball at the Canfield 35-yard line. 5:26 left here in the game. Poland trailing by 15. Zippolito in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Single receiver to the far side. Back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. Has Kamara. Ball's tipped. And it's going to hit the turf. That'll bring up 3rd down for Poland. And a dangerous pass there as the ball went up in the air briefly.
Yeah, that got battered around. That was close to getting intercepted.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13 for Poland.
Get half. Why go so deep and you're thrown into double coverage in the center of the field? You do not want to throw in the center of the field right now.
Poland's got to get to Canfield's 22-yard line for a 1st down. 5:20 left in the game. It's David Zippolito will bring in the play. This is going to be 4-down territory here, so 2 plays to pick up 13 yards. Mara and Delomo will be the receivers to the far side. Chase Jones, J.J. Fonda, Nick Natoli to the right. Empty backfield for the sophomore quarterback. Back a pass. Has one guy coming over the middle, and there was some contact there. No flags on the play, but that's going to bring up 4th down for Poland with 5:15 left in the game. And again, they have to get to the 22-yard line. Ball now marked at the 35. No magic play here, Coach, on this one.
Oh, just complete something. Get to the 1st down. Don't try to go to the end zone. What I would say is look like you're running to the end zone. Stop about the 18-yard line, and then come back on the sidelines, or do a comeback towards the quarterback.
Empty backfield again. Receivers 2 by 3. 3 to the right of Zippolito. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Back to pass. Fires over the middle. Intended for J.J. Fonda. Incomplete. A turnover on downs. And Canfield will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. They lead 28-13 over Poland. And while the route seemed to be there, it just seemed like David Zippolito and J.J. Fonda had a problem connecting tonight.
Again, he just seems off with his passes, but in defense of him, it looked like a him in hands.
Time running down here with 5:11 left in the game. Poland trailing by 15. Canfield most likely going to go conservative on this one, I would assume. Run some time off the clock.
I would assume they're just going to run the ball.
Sean Bowling in the backfield in relief of Panunzio. Coca in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. He'll take it himself upfield. Contact made. May have picked up a yard on the play or so. Nowhere to go. 2nd and 9 for Canfield here. The clock under 5 minutes to play. Poland has 2 timeouts, showing Canfield has 3.
Yeah, they're just going to – you got 22 seconds on the play clock. They're just going to run that thing down as far as they can.
The advantage of having play clocks in the end zone. Now as the play clock will hit 12. Coca sending Furco in motion left to right. Then he'll send him back. Hand off to Furco this time. Try to follow some blockers. Get upfield, and he'll get to the 45 and be thrown back. And that should be just enough for a Canfield 1st down with 4:16 left here in the game.
Yeah, Poland has got to stop this. But they haven't done it all night. So now it's 4. It'll be close to under 4 by the time they snap. It will be before they snap the ball, and it's just there's just not enough time for pulling right now.
Hamill and Furco, the receivers to the far side. And Shina will be the wing/fullback. Sean Bowling, the running back. Play clock down to 12 seconds. Bowling will be lined up behind Enzo Coca this time. And this off straight up the middle. Contact made. Pick up 2 or 3 on the play. Second down now for Canfield. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Canfield 28, Poland 13.
Timeout, Poland.
Poland going to burn one of their timeouts. We will step aside for a break as well. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
2nd and 7, ball at the 48-yard line for Canfield. 3:37 left here. Canfield 28, Poland 13. Coke in the shotgun, bowling to his left. Twin receivers on the far side. Shina will be the wing to the left. Send a man in motion. That'll be Campbell from right to left. Take the ball himself. Coca upfield, past the midfield stripe, and he's going to be brought down inside the 35, down near the 33-yard line. And that's going to be Vito Camarro on the touchdown-saving tackle. He was turning and spinning. And
well, we got a Poland guy down.
So Poland player down near the Canfield sideline. Well, we have an opportunity. We'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the Valley. We can catch you up here as the Warren Harding Raiders now have a 42-6 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Beaver Local leads East Liverpool 14-6. Fitch still leads Riverside 17-14. Over on the PA side, Wilmington shuts out Berlin Brothers Valley 35-0. Camel extending their lead 22-7 over Lowville.
Wow.
So Camel looking to pull that one off. West Branch 27, Cheney 6. East Palestine leads Lisbon 35-20. South Range shut out Lakeview 46-0. That is a final. Farrell, they shut out Mercer 66-0. That's final. I'm sure that Mercer's thankful that is just final.
Yeah.
And Steubenville now comes back and takes the lead on Cardinal Mooney 21-14. So while Cam Hackstead makes his way back to the other side, a little bumped up, but let's take a look at some of the lineups here for Lena's Pierogi House. Well, this week, turkey pot pie, cheddar, Hungarian pepper. I don't know why. That seems like something up your alley, Coach.
Yeah, a little hot.
Fried onion with beer cheese.
You're not a big beer cheese guy.
Potato.
Normal.
And dill pickle.
Uh-oh.
You can't go wrong with
Is that now? When is that going to be? Next week?
That
all
is
week?
for the 15th through the 19th.
Ooh, oh.
So that is not a prediction. That is a spoiler.
Yes, because somebody that I know very close to me loves pickle pizza, so she might like pickle pierogi.
If not, we can give it the old college try. Speaking of college, Grove City Wolverines, Mount Union Purple Raiders tomorrow here on the iMedia One Network, 1 o'clock kickoff.
I like how you flunked that right in there. That was good.
I tried. I learned from the best.
That's an Academy Award there.
I learned from the best.
What do we got going on here?
So the clock running here, 3:10.
Oh, they're just going to let it wind down. That's what it is.
18 seconds left on the play clock. 1st and 10 for Canfield. They are in no rush to snap this one as Coca in the shotgun. Single receiver to each side. Gabe Miller now in at running back for Canfield. Coca going to take it himself out to the far side. Has some room to run. He'll make it out past the 30. Inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And we're going to have a flag on the play. Maybe a late hit coming in. And if that is the case, I will add 15 on for the Canfield Cardinals. Saw the bodies moving around, Coach. Couldn't get a number.
It looked like somebody just dragged them down. But again, I where I was at, I just can't see it. I couldn't see it. So it's going to be 15 yards.
See if we can get a call. So.
Yep, well.
All right, a late hit coming up against Poland. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Canfield at the Poland 15-yard line.
Can't lose your cool.
Canfield already leads 28-13. 2.5 minutes left here in the game. And
tell them to start the
now they restarted the play clock at 40 seconds, and now Canfield will stand there and watch the clock run down as we are at 2:27 on the play clock, or excuse me, on the game clock, with 24 seconds left on the play clock. So we will snap the next ball probably just before 2 minutes.
And Canfield's just going to run it. Poland's got to stop them, so no, not doing anything fancy. They're running right at him.
Koka with Miller to his left. Single receiver to each side. Give it to Miller. Miller cut back to the inside. Holding on to the ball. And he'll get inside the 10 down near the 6-yard line.
Time for a knee.
And Poland with only one timeout. Canfield with 3. Poland will take their last timeout. We'll keep it right here as we get through the Linus Brogy House 4th quarter here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. And we are looking forward to some exciting live events tomorrow, Coach. Pat Lucia is going to be on tomorrow at 9 a.m. He and Dave Clark.
I will be at the office tomorrow at 9 a.m.
They talk about some sports.
I will be listening. But in defense, and Pat will agree, we're going to have the dogs pick. So I got to bring Mocha with me, and I got to have a honey girl up there with me.
Well, if it works, we'll take it. We'll put some money on it.
I got to block her in because she likes going to see Pat all the time.
Yep. So 9 to 11 tomorrow. Pat Lucia, Dave Clark. We'll have great conversation about the wonderful world of sports. And then it'll be 11:20 for Canton Akron Jets hockey as they take on the National Warriors at the Brunswick Automart Arena in Strongsville. And then, of course, the big one, the Mount Union Purple Raiders travel to Grove City, Pennsylvania to take on the Wolverines. 25 seconds on the play clock, 1:47 on the game clock coming out of the timeout. Doka with the hand off to Bowling. Bowling into the end zone on an 8-yard touchdown run, and that will seal it for Canfield. 1:40 left here in this game. Canfield adds another touchdown. It's now 34-13 in favor of the Cardinals.
Yeah, I tell you what, it just too many mistakes by Poland every time they had a drive. Holding. And that shot him in her foot. I mean, great job by Canfield. It played into their hands.
1:40 left here. It's good. Richard put this one up, and it is good. So 1:40 left here, 4th quarter. Canfield 35, Poland 13, and not the performance that I'm sure the Bulldogs wanted here, especially the seniors who were looking forward to this one. Of course, they look forward to it every year, but you have a good feeling about this Poland team going late into the season, certainly into the playoffs. Tonight, though, just not their night.
Well, again, we talk about mistakes. Penalty yards has got to be just horrendous. Again, at least 3, 4, 5, 15-yard penalties that just there's no reason for it. And that's what cost them. Poland was they compared to Canfield, but unfortunately Canfield made the least mistakes, and that's what hurt Poland tonight.
Certainly, I think that's something they will see in the film tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
As Canfield has a 35-13 lead with 1:40 left here. 4th quarter. Poland in danger of dropping their first game of the year. Canfield looking to improve to 4-0 on the season. Luke Goodrich will Kick this off most likely for the last time tonight. Of course, all kickoffs, field goals brought to you by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. As this one will be kicked into the end zone. Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard and online at villagetavern3.com. I want to thank all of our sponsors for tonight and every week during the Ohio High School football season here on the iMedia 1 Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2. So, and our partners at Sports Radio 1240 and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. Bill Kelly, Charlie Conley, Ben Slagle, of course. He and Dave concocting the craziest things. Dave Ferris, Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane studio. No matter how bad your week is, it's always good to be out at a high school football game on Friday night. Poland going to have the ball now. 1st and 10, ball to 20-yard line. We'll have some new numbers in there right now. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Well, now. And up the middle, nowhere to go. Working right down the line of scrimmage, but stacked up by the Canfield defense. Trying to get a number on the carry for you. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be, I think that's Ethan Smith on the carry, 5'7", 165-pound junior. Marked the ball at the 19-yard line, loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11. As we approach the 1-minute mark left here in the game. Sean Christie making his way onto the field. As Donnie Furco will head to the sideline for the rest of the night. Second and 11 at the 19-yard line. And up the middle. They'll make their way out to the 23-yard line. Maybe the 22, depending on where our official's going to step back to. And that might be the last play of the night here. 36 seconds left of the play clock, 30 seconds left on the game clock. We'll see if they want to run one more play, and it does not look like that is going to be the case. And Canfield will end the night 4-0. Poland will fall to 3-1. The Cardinals will get the 35-13 win over the Poland Bulldogs. And a disappointing performance for Poland. Yeah. And it's more of the mental aspect, I think, that Coach Pavlansky will look at than the actual athletic performance, as penalties really hurt the Bulldogs in key situations.
And that's exactly what hurt them, was penalties. That took them out of this game, and they can't do that. They gotta be stopped, and especially when you play a Canfield team like this. And it started out fine, but then the wheels came off. Just too much during drives and have to come back, and you can't make that up time after time.
Both teams shaking hands here, exchanging pleasantries. We wind down the fourth quarter officially here in week 4. We're going to step aside for our first break. When we come back, we'll have the postgame show here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Post-game show here from Pavlinsky Field. One last time as we wrap up week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. We'll take a little bit of scoring recap as we would get it underway here. First quarter, 4:42 left. It would be Pano Zippolita capping off an 80-yard drive on a 1-yard run. They would give Poland the 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, with 9:09 left, Enzo Coca would run 32 yards to pay dirt to tie this up at 7 apiece in the second quarter. With just 10 seconds left before the break, it would be Salvi Karamusa with a 27-yard field goal. Poland would take the 10-7 lead going into halftime. Third quarter action, Enzo Coca would hit Landon Shina on a 23-yard touchdown pass that would make it 14-10 in favor of the Cardinals. With 3:03 left in the third quarter, Salvi Karamusa, he would hit a 42-yard field goal, making it 14-13. Poland would trail Canfield by 1. Fourth quarter action with 11:54 left. It would be Enzo Coca, a 34-yard touchdown pass to Matt Campbell that would give Canfield the 21-13 lead. And with 7:36 left, it would be Coca with another touchdown pass, Donnie Furco, for 42 yards, giving Canfield the 28-13 lead. And finally, with 1:40 left, Gabe Miller cap it off for the Canfield Cardinals on an 8-yard touchdown run. That will give the Cardinals the 35-13 victory over the Poland Bulldogs. Canfield moves on to 4-0. Poland falls to 3-1. And, Coach, we talked about watching the film and what you're going to see, and I think there's going to be a lot of, we could have done this, we could have done that, but the penalties just prevented us.
It's just horrible as far as penalties, but I got news for these Poland kids. I guarantee you the sun will come up tomorrow. Just got to think about what's ahead of you. Got to let it go. Okay, this is a tough one. I've been around a lot of tough games, and it hurts. Believe me, as a coach, you feel for your players and stuff. But, again, they played hard. It's just the mistakes. They got to clean it up. So,
indeed, Poland will move on next week. They will head to Hubbard to take on the Eagles. We'll step aside for our last break. When we come back, give you one last round of scorers on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. We'll wrap it up for week 4 here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. You are listening to WRQX AM 600 The Patriot and Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia One Network. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Are
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
For scoreboard update, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. And, of course, we want to thank Lena's Pierogi House for sponsoring our fourth quarter, as she always does. And, of course, Lena's is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call Lena's at 234-254-8532. And Dave Ferris was actually kind enough to provide us with the lineup for next week, as it will be turkey pot pie, cheddar, Hungarian pepper, fried onion with beer cheese, potato, and dill pickle. Take your pick. Try them all. We highly encourage it. Unless you have something to do afterwards. It's kind of like it's like a sedative. It's beautiful.
Make sure you have an easy chair to go back to.
All right, scores one last time here as we take a look at Harding with the 42-6 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Fitch in the fourth quarter leads Riverside 17-14. Beaver Local leads East Liverpool 14-6. Wilmington gets the shutout over Berlin Brothers Valley 35-0. Brookfield 20, Champion 9. It's a final. Campbell gets the win over Lowville 30-15. Two schools that are only 8 minutes apart. Salem, they secure the win 49-20 over Canton Central Catholic. Howland and Carrollton at last report tied up at 10 in the fourth quarter. West Branch, they get the 27-6 win over Cheney United 27, Columbiana 7. East Palestine with a 43-20 win over, that is not final. That is 43-20 over Lisbon in the third quarter. Girard, no problem with Struthers tonight. They get the 48-12 win. Garfield, it's a final. 41-6 over LeBray. South Rain shuts out Lakeview 46-0. Valley Christian in there in Latonia, it's a final. 41-14 in favor of the Valley Christian Eagles. Fourth quarter, this is going to be a good one, Coach. Crestview and Liberty all tied up at 21.
Wow.
Boardman, they get the win over Maple Heights 36-20. McDonald with the 42-20 win over Western Reserve, which are all the action on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. In Western Pennsylvania, Farrell shuts out Mercer 66-0. That is a merciful final there. Mineral Ridge, they shut out Jackson Milton 27-0. Hubbard gets the 51-7 win over Niles. High Valley over Matthews currently 39-21. That last reported in the fourth quarter. Newton Falls trails Southeast 46-6 in the third quarter. Wellsville, they trail Southern 34-20. And Cardinal Mooney and Steubenville, Coach, all tied up at 21 down in Jefferson County. That in the fourth quarter. And a game of note tomorrow. The Warren JFK Eagles and the Youngstown East Golden Bears will go at it. That should be an interesting game as well. In Major League Baseball, if you're keeping track, Cleveland Guardians, I got to pronounce that specifically. They get the 4-0 win over the Chicago White Sox. We'll have to check to see how many games back they are. Depends on what everybody else does in Major League Baseball. Of course, they like to keep it exciting right down to the end. Next week, Poland is scheduled to head to Hubbard to take on the Eagles. Stay tuned to our social media for that one and all the details as we head into week 5 of the Ohio high school football season. And hopefully things all go right. We'll bring you all the action from Veterans Stadium there in Hubbard. So for Dave Ferris and Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane studio, for the coach, Bob Gessler, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again here on week 4 of the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. And we look forward to having you back here next Friday night as the coach and I and Dave Ferris, and Matt Craven, and all the other crazy crew will bring you week 5 of the Ohio high school football season. Your score, one last time here from Pavlansky Field in Poland. It's the Canfield Cardinals 35, Poland Bulldogs 13. And we hope that you all have a fantastic weekend.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Dolphins 12-1. And again, we don't know, right? After 1 week, are we sure the Dolphins are terrible? Are we sure the Panthers are this bad also? But